Everyone's leveled up, right? Dalen, you've got your level 4. Everyone's good with that?
Yeah.
Cool. Just double checking. But Nathan, did Sarah do all her leveling up as well?
I did it for her, but yeah,
Okay, that's fine.
it's all done.
Cool. Okay. So, who wants to? Does anybody want to recap? My Roll20 is being weird. I'm reloading. I had a ghost Nala floating on my screen. All right, no more ghost Nala. Very cool. Okay, cool. Does anybody want to recap last week where we left off, or you want me to do it?
Go for it.
I will go for it. Okay. Last week, we fought the cloned version of our good friend Susan and Gerald. We rendered Gerald unconscious, and we killed Susan, who tried to escape and did not flee successfully. We were able to investigate the house that they were in, finding a couple ripped pages from a ledger, some other documents of note, and not a whole lot else. I don't think that I remember, but maybe I'm wrong. If there's something else, you guys remind me. But that was the main findings from the place. You guys proceeded to burn it down, which set up a good portion of the area to on flame. You then helped sort of calm the fires down a little bit so that the fire people could get under control while you were sort of looking around for stuff. And made it back to the inn where you found actual Susan, who had been there. She looked surprised that you guys had asked her any questions, that she had been missing. She'd been there, and you made it known that actually there was another person that was with her helping that has now gone missing. One of her assistants, who's sort of like a day worker, if you will, was missing. So at that point, you decided to bed down for the night and start the next day investigating what's going on exactly and the ramifications of what happened with Susan. You also had, I think that's it. I think that covers everything. It was a shorter session just because of how things worked out. So, did I miss anything?
I think that's right.
All right.
Were we able to decipher what was on the pages, or was it just smudged?
No, the pages were readable. They were just ledgers. So based on what you could see, they definitely looked like the other pages in the book. But you're not. It doesn't really make sense to you. Like this, it's like very like a bunch of words and numbers and stuff like that. So without like a good understanding of how they track ledgers, it's kind of gobbledygook. So
we have to take them back to the dockmaster.
that was one of the things you guys had mentioned. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that's where you guys stand. You pass out for the night, and it is now morning, and you guys regroup in the inn for breakfast. Colts will be joining you down there. He looks kind of a little bit tired and frayed and kind of messed up, but he's in relatively good spirits. And you guys are all at the inn having breakfast.
Yeah.
All right. I think we need to hit the dockmaster. We now have the missing ledger pages.
We should probably not mention that we burnt where we found it.
Why would we mention that? That seems like a weird thing to go around mentioning to people. I totally agree with that statement.
Oh man, I still want to know who she was working.
Yes. I mean, it's clear this Airline Company has quite a few not so nice players in it.
Yeah. I don't know how many more there are of them. We've already had the assassins, a succubus who wanted to get rid of them.
Don't be distracted by my smoke bubbles.
Oh, for anyway, we should probably finish breakfast first and then head.
Breakfast, and then...
Okay.
Do we have any other leads? Yeah.
Nothing but the ledger pages. We can always ask
Breakfast.
Juth, but I don't know how much you know.
Catching up with Juice would be a good idea, I think. Alright, breakfast.
Okay. So you guys finish up your breakfast, and you're good for then. What are you guys doing?
Dockmasters first? I mean, it's the only tangible evidence we have right now, and we can update Juice with whatever information we get from there.
I agree.
Okay. So you guys head down to the Dockmasters on the market down here, and you make your way down. The fire is now extinguished. There seems to be a pretty big core group of people now here, even though it's pretty early in the morning still. I'd say it's like 9 at this point, and I mean, the docks are typically busy, but this is like definitely busier than it typically seems like it would be. There's a lot of people working on cleaning up rubbish. Some of the houses that were damaged by the fire but not destroyed have people sort of, trying to stabilize things and repair things so that the houses don't collapse upon themselves, right? These wood structures, right? So any kind of damage can be super dangerous. A lot more guards out. It definitely seems like the guard presence has tripled or quadrupled since the night before. They're out looking at everybody, kind of, keeping their eyes open on everybody that's moving in the area. As you approach, one of the guards stops you and looks at you and goes, "What's your business here?"
That's official.
Yep.
Official business.
We wish to speak to the Dockmaster.
Official business with the Dockmaster. You from a trading company for goods?
Yes, Airline Industries.
I don't. Okay, head on. Straight in, straight out. Don't mess around. And he waves you in. You guys head past the guard master. You see the tower with the where the dwarf was last time. He's down at the bottom, sort of working, directing people, like literally, as opposed to like yelling orders. Now he's like walking around, like directing people and all kinds of stuff. He seems pretty involved at the moment.
Okay. Well, I walk over to him and I'm like, "Can we have a moment of your time? We found something."
Hey, little miss. What can I do for you? It's a busy day. Be quick about it.
We found your missing pages.
I don't have missing pages. What do you need from me?
Remember? We spoke about this the other day.
Well, we spoke the other day about the ledger, yeah, but I don't know what you're talking about, missing pages.
Maybe there's somewhere quieter we could talk for a moment?
I don't have time, Leslie. I'm busy here as enough. What can I do?
Maybe your nephew is available.
Oh, that dumbass is up top. You can go find him if you'd like.
Alright.
And he wanders off as soon as you sort of give him the thing. He's busy and confused and sort of...
Do I remember the nephew's name?
I don't know if you guys asked it. He just called him dumbass, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
That's definitely how we address him from now on.
Yeah. Yeah. So you go up to the top of the tower. It's unlocked for a change, like unlike last time where it was locked and everything was sort of sealed up. It's definitely unlocked now. You see sort of this kid up top who's sort of like struggling to keep looks on everything and looking around. He goes, "How can I help you guys? Welcome back."
Oh, well, remember there was lost pages. The lost pages from the ledgers?
I don't remember lost pages, but I remember we looking at the ledgers. What can I do for you?
You were missing a day.
Well, I mean, there were some inconsistencies, but I mean, I don't remember me missing anything. I just...
Well, Murray pulls out the papers and unrolls them. You were missing a page.
Where did you find that? He grabs it, takes a look at it. How did you get these? Did you take these last time you were here? Is that where you got these?
No, we found them.
And you've
in a
convened...
not so savory place. It's best if you don't know for your safety.
Well, thank you for returning them.
We're not
Are you
quite
able to read
returning
them for?
We would like to know the information about the Airline Companies now, if you could read them for us.
The information on here, okay. I mean, it's a bunch of orders. So you've got about a week's worth of orders here. Airline, you said? He
Airline
flips through.
Industries.
Yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3. You got about 20 ins and outs on here from them. Various goods. I'd say this looks to be about a ship's worth. 20 different unloadings over the course of a week to various shops around town. I'd say about 2,000 gold worth of goods exchanged here over the course of that time. Pretty common stuff, really. Nothing standing out. A lot of grain packages, some metal, some raw metals, more trade goods, more grain, barley. Yeah, it just seems like
Any lima beans?
lima beans. Yeah, there's some of those. Yeah, I got casks of ale and water too.
When did those lima beans come in?
They were the fifth, so right in the middle. There's about 3 boxes of those. Yeah.
Was
So
there any shipments of lead?
there's some metals right along with the lima beans. Yeah.
Did they say who they were shipping them for, or
Uh,
are there multiple?
Most of these are going to Uptown. Where are they going to? Let me look here. Well, I'd say I have a bunch of various shops in the northeastern district, mainly some of the higher end goods shops. There's 1 or 2 of them there, yeah, and 4 or 5 to the keep. And that's about it.
The northeastern district, so that isn't the general marketplace, is it?
It's on the other side of the river. It's more of where the good to good shop. A little bit more cash. It's more pricey. You can get some famous and expensive things there.
Are there any well-known shops within there? Any names?
There's a few. You've got Finn's Fabulous Things is there. You've got the Bard's Overlook, which is a wonderful music store. And there's just a general large amount of I would say odd ixtamos. There's a wonderful library there, but it's very expensive. It's old books. And there's quite a few other more prestigious stuff, less crafting, more like there's very nice clothing. It's very expensive, 100 gold a piece, embroidered sort of hand knitted silk things imported from over the seas. Those kind of shops, very up and up, when you want to look good. I can't shop there, but I've heard.
Tell me of the bookstore. Where is the bookstore?
I'm looking for the library.
Bookstore is north of the keep. I mean, there's a few, okay, but the best one is the the Manticore Ray. It's an interesting place. It started out as nautical themed, lots of charts and maps, and as the city grew, it just became a wonderful selection of all kinds of things. I once bought a book there myself. It was quite a steamy romance. I quite enjoyed it. 2 months' wages.
Thank you.
Worth it.
2 months' wages.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah. 5 gold later. Worth it.
Oh my.
Anything else I can give to you? That's pretty much all that's on these things here. Can I help you out? Yeah.
Do the ledgers say anything about who was manning the ship?
We don't keep track of that. We keep company. We keep goods in, out, who they're going to, or or whereabouts they're going to, basically, whether they're for trade or for sale in the city, or if they're leaving or coming in, and then an estimated value of what the goods were. Most of these goods, outside of the metals, a little bit more expensive, are pretty cheap raw commodities. They don't cost very much by the barrel, so it was only 2,000 gold, so it's not a lot for a big ship like that.
Alrighty then. Thank you very much for your help.
And before we forget, what's your name again?
Oh, my name is Andy.
Andy.
Thank you very much, Andy.
Thank you very much, Andy.
Thank you for returning these. I'm just gonna slip them in here. Don't tell my uncle. Okay, he's a bit busy right now with all the fire and the death and the brimstone. So I'll put them back. Nobody will know. Okay.
Yes, sounds good.
I won't
Make
tell
sure to
him
keep
where
them
you
safe.
found them, and we won't talk about them being missing.
I mean, it's not like you actually know where we found them, so it's all
I won't talk about the fact that they were found by you.
fair enough. I am glad we've come to an agreement.
They were always here.
That's what I said. Thank you for looking at the book that was always here.
Alrighty. Thank you, Andy. Have a great day.
Casually inserts the book in there and puts it back underneath the thing and kind of sheepishly looks away and says, "Later, guys."
Later.
By the way, while we were passing by the burnt houses, that little area, was there any talk about like deaths within the area houses that were caught along?
As far as you're aware, you haven't heard anything. But I mean, everyone was sort of milling about. There wasn't a whole lot of like live conversation about like, oh look, a charred body, like just more people like begrudgingly like cleaning up wreckage, right? Like,
Okay.
I don't know. So you guys exit the tower here, and you're back on the docks. It's busy. There's lots of things going on. What are you doing?
I guess we head to the shop.
Which one?
We can
The
head to
fancy
3.
shops.
We've got Finn's Fabulous Things, the Bard's Overlook,
The
and a
Manticore.
possible library.
All right. So where are you going?
How long would it take us to get to the Manticore Ray? I think that's north.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be too long. Like, I gotta remember how to write labels on this thing. Oh, here we go. It's about in this area here. Ray.
Oh, I see Finn's Fabulous Things. Are they all in that general area?
They're all in that side of the river.
Okay. Oh, okay. So they're spread out,
So-
but they're all the same.
Yeah, so basically, if you look at that, like, if I'm gonna make a box here, like, everything, no, sort of everything south right here is all sort of shops. All this stuff here, like south of the keep, is all like fancy sort of shops and different sort of markets. It's not as centrally focused. There's a lot of mixed-in houses and more wealthy to do places over there.
Right.
That's like up here is where the royalty docks are, and the yacht sort of barges are kind of like the expensive boats are all in this area. There's a bunch of like really expensive like food like places along the water. It's nicer.
Well, maybe we can find any information on the Merchant Kings, Arline, or anything of the sort in the bookshop. Either that or the library.
Yeah. You know that there is by the keep. You know that there is the city library as well. You did hear that through your things. And there's also, like I said, there's a Manticore Ray is one of them. There's a few other ones. That's the most well known in the area.
We can just whatever shops you wish to go to. We can ask questions there.
Okay. Does anybody have any plan? I'm good to go there.
Same.
Mhm.
It seems we could just walk up
Yeah,
here.
you could walk like well. There's no bridge, so you'd have to sort of go up towards the market and cross the bridge up like up here. That's the only sort of bridge that's sort of through town.
Okay.
So you start to head off, and as you head sort of past sort of the rebel, you notice a familiar face, sort of watching the guards. As you walk past, you see Dak, manning the guards, and he looks over and he actually waves over. And he goes, "Gentlemen and ladies,
Good day,
Walk away
sir.
quickly.
Dak, how you doing?
I'm pretty good. On more official business today, I see."
Just checking in with the dockkeeper again, seeing if he's spotted Airline Industries,
Interesting. I see. I've got something odd to show you guys. I was just thinking about you guys. So,
Odd?
yeah, you should come take a look at this. And he beckons you forward. And you sort of head to the house, the main house that burnt, right? And it's totally like cinders now. It's all wrecked. And he brings you sort of into the rubble. Say, be careful here, guys. Careful. It's a little unstable. And in the back of the house, where you remember where one of the desks was, it's all burnt now. But there's actually a set of stairs going down. And he goes, "We found this while looking through the rubble. There was some collapsed wood. We've cleared it sort of away, but it's very dark, and there's it just keeps going down. But I thought it was interesting. You guys were mentioning, looking into odd things for doing some work for Juth. So I wanted to let you know, if you see Juth, maybe let him know, because this is not on any of my maps. But in case you're interested, this does not seem odd. Maybe the fire came from down there, so just be careful." But
We will.
Has anybody been inside so far?
not yet. There's some fumes coming out still. That's kind of smells really bad. We've sort of stayed away from it. I wouldn't recommend going down right away. But, once everything's cleared off, maybe we're going to send some guards down. And maybe I'll let you know when we go down.
Thank you for letting us know. Do we need any maybe forms? Make sure no one gives us trouble to get inside.
No, I've put your guys' name on the list. Because of the note from Juth, I talked to Juth. He said that you were helping him out. So we cleared up that piece. And he said you're looking into the mysterious things that are on there. So you let me go. The only rule is I will have to send some guards with you. But that's just protocol. We can't have civilians walking around in this place. But if you wanted to have a look around at some point, maybe in a day or two once this is cleared up, you guys can go down with the guards and see. We can see what we can find. We'll work together on this. I hear you're pretty handy.
Thank you.
Not a pleasure. Let Juth know I was very helpful, because now he owes me one.
Alrighty then, we will. We're actually off to see him now, so that's perfect. Thank you very much for
Sounds
your
good.
help.
Good day to you.
Good day.
Careful.
Quick question.
Yeah.
How long would you say it would take for the fumes to disperse?
Oh, I don't know. They're just kind of strong right now. I'd say by tomorrow you should be fine.
Thank you.
He waves goodbye to you and walks out. Sort of see him sort of happy
So,
as you walk away.
so should we go in tonight?
I think we
Let
should.
us go to the inn and we can talk maybe there.
Shouldn't we talk to Jude first?
Let's just get to somewhere safer to talk.
Okay. Where you guys go?
Maybe if Juth is on the way, maybe we can always just pass him.
Well, the inn's on the way, and we can stop there to talk. And then we can go see Juice, because he's near the market as well, so it's all in the same area. And then we can go Maybe he knows someone who works in the quarter we're going into, and he can help us find that person. Maybe they know something.
Definitely.
Alright. So I think we're heading to the Lucky Lady first.
Okay, headed to the Lucky Lady.
Yeah.
All right, you guys head back to the Lucky Lady.
Marie's gonna motion for everyone to just go up into like one of the rooms we have for now.
Okay, go into your room.
Alright.
It's they're 2-person rooms, so you guys can all fit in most of them. So you head in and you go in.
Alright. We have to be careful about where we speak about things. I'm not sure this is the safest place either, but in front of Juth is, or anywhere he might be hiding around a corner is certainly not the right place. I don't feel we can trust that man. Or not Juth, Dak, sorry. We should go in, but I definitely do not want to go in with the guards.
Seems like we have no
I
choice.
agree. Maybe
Tonight
find a way
would
to
be
distract
our
them.
window. Wouldn't tonight be our window though?
I'm sure he's keeping the guards posted, and the dock is overrun with guards right now. I'm wondering if we let things lay low for a couple of days.
He did say that it wasn't the stairs didn't lead to anywhere within any of his maps. Maybe we can somehow find an old map that may have some more information than he.
Like a map of another map, like maybe an underground map of.
Maybe
Everlook?
there's a sewage system here.
Well, one of the places we were stopping was going to be a library, was it not?
I think it was the Manticore Ray, and I believe they did start as a map, or more not.
Well, maybe we'll check while we're there, asking questions. One of us will take those shelves and see if we can find a tunnels map of Everlook.
And if possible, maybe Juth has some meat too.
Yeah. But I definitely think we need to be careful about Jack. I know he does not have our best interest in mind.
Definitely has his own interest in mind.
So
I think our best leader is the Manticore Ray.
let us hit Juth first, and then we'll be on our way to the Manticore, I believe. If that's good with everyone.
Oh, how's our stay in the inn, by the way? Do we have to pay any?
Gerald looks over and goes, "I got you guys. We've been performing. Me and Sarah have an agreement. As long as I can get back and perform at least 4 times a week, we can stay here for free.
It's a good deal.
I've made quite a name for myself.
Excellent.
I like going to the library. We should go there."
Definitely spread his name out, get his
As-
popularity going.
I could play a song in the street while you guys investigate the books. That would be perfect. I don't do a very good Gerald, I'm sorry.
Sounds like a better Gerald.
Ouch, burn.
Yeah. That's on the episode.
Yeah. He's gonna like stream this on vacation, motherfuckers. I'm mind controlled. You're dissing me. I'm for him. Click, 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 click. Anyways.
We're just gonna get a long ranty post as he comes back.
I also just realized we're down 2 Goliaths.
Nala's here. Nala's being controlled by
Oh,
her.
Nala's- Oh, okay.
She's
Okay.
just being very quiet and fawning over how handsome Buckholtz is.
Yeah.
Oh, that seems
Let's
in
go with
character.
that. I have a giant DM override button. No, she wouldn't.
Big spoon.
That's right.
Alright.
Alright, what are you guys doing?
We're heading out.
Yeah.
See Juice,
Okay.
and then hit Manticore's Ray.
So you head over to Juice's office, which is over here, right? You knock at the constable. There are a couple constables there. mulling around, and they look at you. They wave. You're starting to get known around here. One of the younger half-elf females comes over and goes, "Hey guys, Juth is currently dealing with the docks. Most of our guys are down helping out with all the fires and things that went down last night. He's not here, so anything I can help with?"
Just let him know we're here.
Okay,
Yes.
absolutely. Do you need to talk to him? Should I send him a message, or?
If he should be in the area of the Lucky Lady later tonight, if he could pop in, that'd be great.
Okay,
Otherwise, it's not particularly needed right now.
Okay. Perfect.
I'm so
Thank you.
sorry. It's so foolish of me. I forgot. We came by to see if about any old maps of the city for Juth.
Oh, you came to see old maps. Let's. I can take a look. We have some. We have a bunch of maps. I mean, we have a full map room. Do you guys want to take a look?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely. So she brings you in the back. There's a room with a whole bunch of scrolls and old books, and she goes, "This is mainly maps and archives. There's nothing in here that's like not safe for you guys. Take a look around. I got some other things to get with. Just yell if you need anything. Okay? There's no real order. It's kind of just a mess right now because we've been sifting through them to deal with all the issues right now.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much.
No problem, guys. Take it easy." She steps out. You look, and so you're in a room. There are sort of barrels filled with large scrolls, large rolled-up scrolls. There is a table in the center of the room with some copper weights on the center of it, holding down a couple maps. And there is a map of the docks right now up on the table.
Okay. Is there anything? What? Yeah, I guess we just start looking around for underground maps.
Yeah, maybe an under layer,
Okay.
bottom layer.
So roll me an investigation check. We can do either two of you can roll, or one person can roll with advantage. It's up to you guys.
Let's see.
Just make it easier.
Okay. Guidance.
Um,
Okay.
I think
got
somebody else
+3.
should do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, whoever has some good modifiers on that shit, go for it.
I got a 5.
+5. Go, Saren. Roll with
Yeah.
advantage with guidance.
Guidance.
Yeah, roll with advantage and guidance.
Okay.
Oh, it's a nat 20.
Nat
Aw.
20!
You want to add? You want to add your guidance? Just do it. Let's just see.
Just for that sweet clackety clack.
Add a D4.
Yeah, add that.
29.
27.
27.
Sweet
Yeah.
1D.
Okay, so yeah, you definitely look around. So actually, what you notice, you spend a good half an hour looking through the different maps of the city, and you're kind of not finding anything. There's some maps of the sewers and things like that, but they're kind of just sort of outlines of like dumping areas that are, more recent, and you kind of start to give up hope because you've gone through a lot of maps. And accidentally, Saren, as you're sort of looking through one of the containers, you sort of brush behind one of the bookshelves are like a stack of old papers that sort of seem to be like stored there for a while, and you actually pull one up and you can see there's one of them that actually is interesting because it seems to be a topography map of the area that dates back maybe 300-400 years. It's the only thing that's sort of dated back past maybe, let's say, the last 20 or 30 years that you found in there. So it's the city, from the look of it, is much smaller. Their keep is still there. The market is still there. The wall is not yet up. You'd say that most of the city is actually the keep and the northern areas. So everything to the right of the sort of river is not everything, but I would say like a majority of what looks like the diagrams are. It's actually got intricate sort of building details and some plans. And you see on the southern edges, right around sort of where the docks are, actually looks like there is a bunch of caves and recesses, and there's a temple that's listed there as well.
I relay this to everyone. Oh, I'm probably just holding it up and we're all looking at
Yeah, so you're all looking at it. You just found it. So, like, you definitely see that there's a temple. There seems to be a few little caves, nothing crazy, but it definitely seems like this is sort of like a rocky sort of outpost with a sort of temple on the top. It actually looks like it was much higher up. The elevation is actually up instead of being sort of flatter in the water before, with sort of small sort of marking of a sort of dwarven ruined sort of temple.
Oh.
Was the name of the temple listed down? Or...
No, it just has it's just a picture, sort of like if you would mark in writing, and it's indicated as temple, and there's also like a dwarven hammer next to it, which indicates that it might be that, or it just might be the hammer is made from dwarven. Maybe it was a forge, but it definitely looks like it's kind of allocated as a temple.
And if there's anyone that knows anything about tunnels...
It's a badger. Wait, no. Hold on.
Yeah!
Yeah, is there any information I can glean from this? Like, is the symbol like a religious symbol of some sort?
You make a history or a religion check. It's up to you.
Okay.
It definitely.
No guidance? Where's our guidance
God,
buddies
oh
at?
god. What did...
I'll give you a D4 because it's a cantrip. Okay, so 13. It definitely seems familiar to you. It definitely seems like the symbol of the hammer definitely seems like something you've seen around. Can't really place like where exactly it was, because it doesn't seem like it's very popular. But you might remember, like when you were younger, you might have seen this sort of around, marked on people's clothing or different sort of things. But it's been a while, and you don't really recollect. It's just something it just seems familiar to you. I don't know if it's clothing or something, or tattoo maybe you saw once or something. You just remember that you've seen it once at home. At home.
At home.
Yeah, before leaving.
Were one of the caves that were found near the docks, right around the area of...
Yeah,
stairs are-
so I would say like the temple is in that general area. It's not right where the stairs are. I'd say if we're looking at the temple, sort of like up here, and these are all sort of rocks all below it, sort of. So this seems like this used to be way higher, and that's not high now. It's not rocky anymore. So something has happened in the last 400 years, according to this thing, to change some of the topography of this area, at least, or to make it less rocky. Maybe it was excavated. You don't know, but there was definitely something bigger there before.
all questions to ask at the library.
Okay.
Nerds.
I'm gonna
Nerd
roll
alert.
up. I'm gonna roll up the map and stuff it in my bag.
Okay. You do that.
Well, we're going, so what area on the map again is it? Like, is it up here where my thing's, going off?
Where what,
Is it the
sorry?
temple? Where the
No.
temple might have been?
Right down here.
Oh.
A little north of the stairs.
Yeah, so that square down there is where the house you burnt down.
Mm-hmm. Right. And
Uh,
then, so the temple is, here. Okay. Okay. So... Alright, then we'll have to check out the location of where the temple might have been later.
Our two best leads for that would probably be either the Manticore, which...
Yeah, no, we should definitely follow up for more information at the Manticore Ray.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's way out of our way right now. To go backtrack and not even stop at the Manticore Ray doesn't seem very productive. So let's get to the bookstore. I know you want the bookstore.
Jeez.
I hug her. Thank you!
all right. Buckle says, "Let's go to the bookstore, where I will perform in the streets." And he heads out the door. You guys are all heading over there. So you, as you leave, the the half elf that White says, "Find anything? You guys got everything you need? Was it useful?
Thank you very much for your help.
Awesome. I'll let Juth know you were here and that you wanted to talk to him, but it's not urgent. Thank you guys. Have a good one. Bye." Best of luck. Hopefully you find something. Thanks.
I raise my hand for a high five. Got it.
Okay. Bye then.
We don't know him. I mean, what?
Just walk away.
Okay, you guys walk out.
What is this high five you were doing?
Gerald looks at you and gives you a high five.
I can't reach up there.
All right. You guys.
My hand down.
So you guys head out. You are now, like I said, you were up over here, so you cross the market and you head out sort of down these roads. And as you start to get into this area, it's actually kind of very sort of cool, right? It's a little bit happier, a little bit like fancier. There's definitely some nice sort of hold on, I'm trying to do bot commands. I have to stop first. I'm trying to get mood music. There you go. We're more upbeat now.
Gerald's
That
playing
choice.
a tune.
So much more upbeat. There's like a lot more bustle. You're seeing a lot more like fancy carts with sort of well-groomed horses. There are messengers running around, more finely dressed in this area.
A novel of Redwall.
That's this is not.
Copyright strike.
Oh my god.
Strike.
This is not.
Strike. Copyright strike.
That is not relaxed fantasy music. Jesus.
Just some town crier trying to talk to us out of nowhere.
That was great.
Fuck. All right. Let's hope this one's better. Okay, so you guys go and you, like I said, more upbeat, much more people around. There seems to be a lot more life here. It's more vibrant, but it's also a lot more higher end. So you're seeing a lot of very fancy sort of shops. There's, nice clothing. There's fruit markets, which is more rare. Lots of grapes and oranges and lemons on sale. More exotic perfumes and lots of spice shops and those kind of things. Not that kind of spice. And you head over and you head into where you hear the Manticore Ray is, and it's a little bit more of a more quiet alley. But you walk up and you approach, and this is very large sort of wood-posted building shows up with a giant picture of a manticore on the front, reading a book. So you were here.
Hey.
Was I able to spot like anyone with like pets or any animals around, just in case?
Not so much, actually. It seems like there's not a whole lot of animals and pets besides some of the more groomed horses. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of street animals and things like that. It looks like they try to keep the place a little bit more tidy, maybe. So you don't see it's other places in the city. There's lots of poop. There's lots of animals. There's lots of strays. This doesn't seem to be as much. There's definitely birds and things like that around, but it's a little bit more quiet, if you will. What do you guys do? You guys going
Go
in?
ahead and start. Oh yeah.
Okay. You head to the Manticore, and this is the best way to describe it is the like hipster bookshop in the 1970s. There are not a lot of order. There's a lot of books piled. There's an old sort of I would say half-elf with big glasses sort of sitting on a raised shelf with piles of books sort of around him, behind him, lots of bookshelves, and kind of just going off. You'd say a good, like, a large building, right? And there's books and books, and there's a second floor balcony So you have to climb up, and there's more things up there. And there's lots of scrolls. All the scrolls seem to be on the second floor. And on the first floor, again, lots of books and binders and things like that. And as you walk in, the old halfling sort of looks at you, and he's kind of shaking as he's reading his book here. And I don't shake well in this camera because it doesn't pick it up. So
Wait, half elf or halfling?
Halfling, sorry.
Thank you.
Little halfling on a big stool. So the stool is like up high, and he's sort of on it. He goes, "Hello? What can I do for you? Welcome to the Manticore."
Hello, thank you. We wanted to ask a couple questions about some of the things we.
What?
Sorry.
What?
I was hoping to ask a couple questions about some of your books.
Books? Yeah, we got lots of books. What are you looking for?
Anything arcanic?
Arcanic magic books. Oh, we have those in the back. There's next to the children's stories. We have all kinds of interesting things.
That's good for Gerald.
Go take a look over there. The fourth shelf, section 5E. 5A for Arcanum, actually. AE, so A. Back there.
Do you
I
have
have a
any
question
books
as well.
on the Merchant Kings?
Oh!
Or about the...
Storybooks. Yeah, or true history books. You want the Legends of the 12 Kings?
Yes, please.
Okay, the Legends. That's a good one. Follow me. He brings you over and he pulls out this nice sort of... And there's like 8 copies of these books. Here you go. Legend, very popular. You know, the Legends of the 12 Kings tells the story of the 12 merchant kings and their glorious rise to fandom and how they saved the land of the city of the Solarian Empire and the founding of the Solarian Empire, if you will. Wonderful story. Great book. 7 gold.
I'll take it.
Thank you.
I'm looking for. Actually, I have a couple questions.
Yes.
Airline Industries.
Oh, the Black Arline. That's a tale, lassie. Let me see. Do I have anything left? I haven't heard anybody ask that in 100 years. It's a good one. Here. He pulls out this grimoire with the A symbol that you guys recognize as the same A that you saw in the chests. He goes, "This is the story of the evil King Arline and his fall to power." And he opened it up, and it's a it's not like a detailed sort of book of written in sort of verse, right? So sort of like a grim fairy tale sort of rhyme that recounts sort of some stuff. It starts to tell the story of a young boy is where it starts, and you kind of flip through and look, and it sort of goes through different periods of his life, kind of like an epic, but like it's maybe like 12 to 15 pages, and written in sort of well scripted with a couple drawings and things like that. That one, lassie, is rare. 25 gold for that one.
25. Oh my.
Only one in the city. I know.
Well, there's a few of us here. Anyone want to help me pay for this book here? I feel like...
Don't got the gold. Okay, I got it. Takes it back. You let me know when you need it.
No. We have the gold.
I'll help pay.
I'll help.
If I can get 5 of us, it'll be 5 each.
I only have 5, but okay.
You can keep that 5.
Yeah,
Keep that 5.
Okay.
Yeah, fucking I'll pitch in 5 each.
Gerald pitches in 5.
That's an overpayment, but then Maria will keep her money.
Okay. He takes the 25 pieces. Mark it down. It's a good one. Here you go. Anything else? The money.
I whisper to Everett.
The money he had just disappears. So you don't even see it anymore. He just twitches and it's gone. But he's back to shaking.
Oh, that's cool.
Do you have any
anyways.
maps?
Upstairs.
Okay.
You break it, you buy it.
Got it.
These maps are made of glass.
I'm gonna go check out those magic books.
Okay.
I'm
I'll
heading
join
upstairs
you
to
for
a
those children's stories.
Okay. So 2 of you are looking at the maps. Magic books up top. Maps up top for one. Mary, Saren and Matcha are going to look at the Arcana section. So we'll start with that. The Arcana section seems to be relatively small based on what he said. It seems to be more a couple logbooks sort of telling of stories and hearsay and legends around the arcane. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot in here that there's nothing like arcane. Like there's no what you can't tell is like doesn't look like there's anything really that's not a fable or a story. Lots of different books of recounting sort of local legends and things like that.
Do any of them have anything to do with maybe the Fae or?
There is a couple stories. They're more in the kids section, which is next to it, of like legends of the Fae, and it's mainly things like the story of the boy who walked out in the woods and picked flowers and lost himself in the woods, and was eaten by Fae. There's a couple stories of people playing with butterflies and chasing butterflies and being eaten by Fae. Pretty much every story ends up with the child in some way dying horribly when they mess with the Fae. Basically, as soon as they interact, they pretty much die when they mess with the Fae. Jared likes the story.
Yeah, are any of them like picture books or
anything?
anything?
They're super. Like most of them are like. There's one like really a nice picture book with like the happy little like you see like this little like greenish leafy like flower Fae, and it's holding a little girl's hand, and then like the next phase is just like the flower face smiling with some blood leaking down its mouth, and like a little bit of verbiage on little girls taste so sweet, and like it's just like really fucked up dark shit.
We should buy this for Gerald.
I don't think that's appropriate at all.
I thought you were outside.
I was. Now I'm here.
Oh. How'd you sneak up on us?
I'm very sneaky. Okay.
He's very sneaky for a lot.
He is. No, Gerald's outside. I was just kidding. He's playing the stream. Okay. So, if you want to keep investigating, you make an investigation check. We'll see if you find anything. You can tell me what you're kind of looking for in those books specifically, if you want to dig through pages and stuff like that. So think about what you kind of looking to find. Mari, what are you looking for up top?
More underground kind of maps if possible.
Okay, make me an investigation roll.
Okay. I yell downstairs for guidance.
What? We don't have books on spiritual guidance here.
I run upstairs and just slap her in the face. Then I run back down.
Alright, cool. Alright,
It's a very helpful slap.
Okay.
Investigation. Okay, and then the D4. Oh, you already rolled it? Okay.
Do you have plus 15 investigation?
No, I just rolled a 15.
I thought you rolled a 1.
I have 0 modifier
I did see a 1 on there.
Yeah, it says plus 15 on your roll.
You rolled 2 dice, so it's probably at advantage. So.
What? It's not on advantage? It's on normal. I think something's messing up because I just rolled once.
Try it again.
Okay. Where's my... I don't know what's going on.
14. That was 14. We're going to give you a 14. I have no idea.
And then I guess the 3 for guidance.
Okay.
So
So, I mean, you look around, there's a lot of old nautical maps, and there seem to be more of, like, of the region and pretty far out. You find a lot, but nothing really... I mean, if you're looking for, like, old, like, detailed history maps, doesn't seem to be a lot. It seems like most of the things up here are more modern. Not a whole lot.
okay, all right.
There's some stuff. It
Right
just
back in.
seems to be mostly like trade maps and things that would be more to the consumer sort of grade.
Makes sense. All right, I head back down then.
Okay. Sarah and Matcha, anything you guys want to find specifically with the arcane books?
Yeah, I'm gonna take those 2 books that were listed last. One about the little girl and the other Fae holding her hand,
Mhm.
and the other one with the grimy looking one. And I'm just gonna ask the old man how much they're worth.
Oh. The children's book. That one is a rare work of art. That one is 50 gold. The other one is 2 gold.
How much?
2 gold. 2.
I will take the cheaper one, and if possible, can you save the 50 gold?
You want me to save it? 2 days.
That's fine.
You come back. You buy it.
Definitely, if I have the money, I'll come back to buy it.
Okay, that's a deal.
I go in for a handshake.
He shakes your hand. Make me a perception check. Okay.
Nice.
Perfect. So he takes you to go. Thank you. Anything else?
I mostly just wanted to see if I could find anything on rituals.
Okay. Rituals and casting. Make me an investigation check.
Okay. I raise my hand up for a
Guidance
slap
1d4?
of guide.
Get a smack of guidance.
Smack his horn.
Got it. High five. Exchanged. Proceed.
I got in high 5. God damn it.
11. Okay.
Oh.
So, there's a bunch of books. Looking around, you find there's another actual history section, which is not in Arcane. There are a lot of books mainly on ceremony and rituals popular in the area. So, there are some books, definitely, but they seem to be more like explaining the lore behind sort of like some of the more popular holidays in the area and some of the things celebrated by the different sort of cultures in Solarian. There's one book about the interesting oddities of the southern empires and their sort of more pagan ways. That's pretty much all you can find.
Yeah, I'll take that over to the shopkeep to ask him for the price.
Which one, the pagan ways or the
Hmm?
the pagan ways book, the one with the yeah.
Yeah.
That one 2 gold.
Okay, yeah. I'll pay that.
Okay, thank you.
I wanted to ask you if you've ever seen anything like this, and I'm gonna take out the map
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna point to the temple on it and ask him if he knows anything about it.
Oh, this is where did you find this? I haven't seen one of these in 200 years. He takes a look at it. This is odd. No, I've never seen something like this before. But I do remember stories. Yeah, I mean, I remember there was a landslide here in the docks, and we built the docks on top of them. So maybe this is before the landslide? The river, they tried to dam up the river to make a bigger port, and it collapsed and destroyed a lot of the southern parts And then they've rebuilt the southern docks. I'd say a good 50 years after that, if I'm remembering correctly. The city in the south was destroyed. I'd say everything south of the bend. It used to be not a bend. It used to be a straight chute. And then they dammed it up, and then it sort of shot out and destroyed a bunch of stuff. So this looks like before. That's worth a pretty penny. I'll give you 50 gold for it.
It's not for sale.
75 gold.
It's not for sale.
I'm afraid I'm only borrowing this book. Map.
78 gold.
It's not for sale, sir.
You'll be back. Fine. What else can I do for you?
I think that's all, is it not?
Actually, would you know where we could find more information of that time period?
Oh, most of again, a lot was destroyed because of the flooding back then. I think the Keep private library has the best books, but there's a strict access policy on that. I haven't been in there in quite a long time. They don't like me very much since I'm competition, you know. I grad stuff here. Maybe in the archives in the library, but I doubt it. Most of those are restricted areas for priests and servants of Azaguia. So yeah. That's all I can think of, really. In town, the best books are here. Everyone comes here.
Who might we talk to gain access to the restricted library?
Oh, I don't know. I stopped. The Keep keeps sharp tracks on that. You'd have to be given permission by the Keep Lord and the mayor, maybe. Yeah, they're pretty locked down these days.
Thank you for all your help. What's your name again?
Oh, my name. Well, my name is something. Stand by as I look at my notes, which just crashed on me.
There's always like a 20% chance to remember to ask for names.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool. I'm just trying to get my Google Drive back up. 1 second.
I mean, I feel like I'm gonna come here a lot, so.
Yeah, no.
Same.
Oh, yes. It's Linlin. Linlin. Linlyn.
Oh, does the book that I bought have a title on it, or just a book?
Which one? The remind me, because we have a lot of books here.
It was the one that was worth 2 gold. I think it was the one with the creepy.
Oh yes, that is the that was like the creepy stories, right? Like the creepy fables.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Fables of the Dark.
Nice.
And my pagan ritual book.
It's literally listed as pagan rituals.
Okay.
Of the dark.
Yeah. It's actually it's pagan rituals of the southern provinces.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else I can do for you?
I'm good to go.
I think I'm good. I have a good read for tonight.
Okay. You come back now.
Buckholz wants to take a quick look around, see if there's any spell scrolls in here.
Ooh, oh yeah, that's right. Go for it.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Guidance.
Did he get slapped with that guidance too? Or is this
On
gonna
the
be a thing?
Nobody slaps a dwarf.
On the.
Okay. So you as everyone was doing that, you've been looking around most of this time, right? You've been looking for different things, and upstairs, when you head up into all the scrolls, there's a bunch of maps and things like that. You find what looks to be a scroll that's sealed. And it might be what you're looking for.
All right.
But it's sealed with a wax seal.
All right. So there's no like markings or words on it to indicate what it is.
No, but the seal itself is an arcane symbol.
I'll go to Linlin. Oi, wee man.
Oi.
This?
Oh, well. This is. He takes a look at it. This is a very expensive scroll. It's an expensive old scroll. Never been opened. Brand new. Sealed.
What's in it?
Well, I haven't opened it. It's sealed.
Oh, how much is it?
Well, it's brand new. Never been opened.
Quite old. Doesn't look like it's selling very fast.
Well, yeah, you just gotta find the right customer for it, don't you? Okay, 10 gold, brand new.
Can I? There's no way for me to like see. I guess I can't like crack it open first and read it.
I mean, he's holding it now, so you could have before.
All right, fine.
I'll pay for half if you want.
I'll just give him the 10.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. It's brand new. Don't be gentle with it. Okay. Anything else? He's kind of giddy now. He's been kind of dry, but he's now like pocketed large amounts of gold from you guys. So he's kind of. You see, like he's definitely much perkier. This is probably what he looks like to be his probably biggest selling point for a long time.
Could I get a maps, like something to keep the map safe, a container?
Yeah, so he actually gives you what's sort of like a wax paper tube with it as like the thing, and he has some sort of yarn bags for the other books that are sort of like I'm saying tween, but it's like twine bags, basically, sort of meted bags that he'll give you to carry some of the stuff in there.
Also, Nala wants to take a look around the store for any history books on like Goliath herd migration, or if there's any. I don't know what mountain range she's from, but any stories about up there. That may have occurred in the past.
Nala can make an investigation roll as that was going on.
24.
We're just gonna say, for the sake of this, because of that goddamn cantrip, that you are always feeling very good outside of combat.
Always got that 1d4.
Oh yeah.
HR wants to speak to me for like being handy.
Yeah. 7.
She's not good at reading.
Yes, this is a lot of words, but nothing that she can find. She asks the guy, and he's sort of like, we don't really keep notes on them very much. They come and go as they please, and they're kind of violent when we ask questions. So there's not a whole lot we have on them. Sorry.
Nella just stares at him menacingly.
Okay. Give me a sec. Okay, so make me a we'll deal with that later. Okay, cool. Anything else before you guys leave? No? Okay. Well, thank you, everybody. Yeah, thank you, young masters. What? Sorry? You want to buy more?
No, we're good.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, okay. You come back whenever you'd like. Okay. Thank you. Sort of waves. Okay. Goodbye now. You know where to find us. Okay. Thank you.
Get the fuck out.
As soon as we leave, I want to crack open that scroll and see what's inside.
Okay, so crack open the scroll and then roll me a 100-sided die.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
All right. Guess can't use guidance on that. 63.
Okay. So you open the scroll up, and inside you find it is an actual arcane scroll with a spell saved on it. Okay. And I will tell you, but you have 1 second level spell on there. And it is, let me just bring it up here. It is a sorcerer spell. It is Gust of Wind.
All right.
So you have a one-time cast, from what you can tell, of Gust of Wind with this, which will consume the scroll and can be used.
I mean, for 10 gold, that's a steal.
Yeah, he definitely probably didn't know what that was.
All right. I'm just gonna tuck it in my bag.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you've gone to the Manticore. It's now getting late in the day. I would say it's late afternoon. What do you guys do?
Maybe we
Do
can
we think
speak
we
to
found
Judith
a-
about. You can go first.
From the map, do we think we found a different way to get into this deep, dark, scary staircase?
I mean, like you could tell that there was some stuff, but the map doesn't really line up with sort of your current, because you guys have a map of the city right now that you purchased, and that while the upper parts are relatively similar, the southern area is definitely the topography seems to have been changed significantly. So it's hard to tell if there would be another entrance. There definitely does look like there were some things down there, but it just doesn't line up. Like everything south of the river is just off, from what you can tell sort of now. So hard to tell.
All right.
There's definitely no chance we're going to get into the key. So should we check at the library?
We can check out the library. Maybe we can speak to Judith later on about getting any access, or at least anyone whom he knows.
Okay. So you guys are going to head to the library.
Yep. Do it.
Okay. So you head over to the library. It takes you a little bit of time to find it, but you do find it. And you get there, and it's sort of more. It's almost like a temple-ish kind of place. It seems to be. You want to picture like the Madison Square Garden, sort of like epic, sort of white columned, lots of granite sort of library. That's what this kind of place looks like. And it seems like there's a lot of guys in robes coming in and out of this. Seems like a place of learning. And as you walk in, there is sort of like a reception desk, and there is a younger human sitting at the desk, wearing a robe. He goes, "Hello, gentlemen. Namaste. What can I do for you?"
I believe. Well, I was looking for information about of the surrounding area about 200 to 300 years ago.
Okay. The archives? The archives are only permitted to university students, scholars, temple masters. I don't think you're one of them. Unfortunately, that would be a type 2, type 2 book, and type 2 history, which unfortunately I cannot assist you with. We do have seekers here that can access the general library for you and go find books for you if you'd like, but most of those historical references are currently in the more controlled sections for scholars and professors and religious people.
I happen to be a very fantastic scholar among the dwarves, I'll have you know.
Okay,
And
well.
I am I am very religious myself.
I am blue.
You are very blue. It's quite a lovely color on you.
Thank you very much.
You are a very, very well-colored group, I must say. You have a full spectrum. That's quite nice. Unfortunately, you have to be on the ledger. And to get on the ledger, you'd have to go and enroll in the university, be a teacher at the university, or be a priest at one of the local temples. That's approved by the mayor to be on the list for the library access. And you'd have to pay the entrance fee.
Well then.
I would like to go see one of the Seekers.
I'll call a seeker for you. You see this sort of young, sort of brunette-haired, half-elf, hair kind of in disarray, robe is a little bit sloppy, and she comes running up. She goes, yes. What can I do for you?
I was hoping to acquire about some maps of the area about 200 to 300 years ago.
Okay, that's in the restricted area. But let me see what I can find in the non-restricted area. Give me a minute. So she heads out. He goes, you can wait over here. So he sets you off. There's like a waiting bench. So this seems like, unlike a typical library like nowadays where you can go and look through books, everything here is sort of back behind and sort of there are a lot of scrolls and like things. So you kind of need to know the place to be able to find things because it's just a huge. What you can see is like stacks upon stacks of like scrolls and like pamphlets and things. So she goes off and disappears and comes back in about 30 minutes with like 3 scrolls. And she goes, these were not in the restricted area, but they go back about 150 years to the remodeling and the construction of the wall and the building of the port. And this is the wall, this is the port, and this one is the detailed array of a boat. That's not what you wanted, is it? The building of a fledgling. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's not the right one. So we have the building of the wall, and we have the this one here.
I'll see it.
So you take a look at it, and a lot of them go into sort of. It's a couple pages of sort of schematics on the wall. It looks from this map to resemble much more of what you're currently used to seeing. The wall plan has areas that are sort of lopped off for future construction. So looks like they built the wall with room for agriculture initially inside of it. And then as the city grew, those agricultural areas were pushed outside of the city as you know it now. But it seems like sort of the core section, if you look at the map right now, like if you want to look at it, like this kind of area, this road here, everything's like south of this and north of the market road on this side of the river were all agriculture. Down in the docks, this was all just nothing there, really, on the map here. It seems like it was just listed as agricultural land at that point.
So there's no temple on this iteration of the map?
Absolutely not.
Which is 150 years old?
Correct.
And the one that we saw the temple on was 300 years old?
300 to 400, hard to tell.
3 to 4. All right.
Yeah.
I think we're just gonna have to check out the location ourselves.
Is the Seeker still here?
Yes. Hi.
Do you happen to know who used to live here back in the day, before this map?
Live where?
Here, in this area. Who
Well,
occupied this land?
before the Merchant Kings captured these lands, they used to belong to, well, let me take a look. Maybe they were partially shared by the Keth Empire, The dwarves were also sort of established in the region. Yes. So the Keth and the dwarves originally were here at war for quite a long time until the great merchant kings came and brought peace to our lands by defeating and pushing back the hordes and the barbarians and aiding the dwarves and securing these lands from them, which were a gift from the dwarves to the Solarian Empire for saving them from the Keth. Yes, that's correct.
As a dwarf, would I have heard, was this match up with what my people would have told me in the Dwarven lands?
You would say that there is a history of an old war that happened where the dwarves were sort of rumored to be sort of not necessarily at war, but maybe you would say that they had skirmishes and battles. It doesn't seem like, in terms of what you recall, it being described as a war. It seems more have been described as, we had built this great empire, and the Keth were definitely a threat. But you decided, as the dwarves decided to go back to the mountains as the Solarian Empire grew, and you sort of faded back a little bit because of this giant sort of empire started coming in and converting and merging people. Some people left to become part of the empire, and those that wanted to stay true to sort of the culture sort of went back sort of more into their ancestral homes in the mountains.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah. So it seems like it's similar to what you've heard, but it seems like it's a much different perspective, maybe, from what you've been told.
Gotcha. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just a question. Speaking about the archives, is it like an open area to the archives, or was he like pointing to maybe book?
So there's two doors. The door straight ahead is an open area where the scribes come in and out. The archives seem to be down through. There's a locked double, looks like a reinforced sort of wooden door that's sort of off to the behind where the desk is, which he kind of pointed to generally. You've seen, as you guys were waiting, in the 30 minutes it took for her to go and find those things, you've seen a couple of scholars come in, give their names, and be admitted in, but always with a seeker as well in there. But they have gone in and entered. You'd say about 2 or 3 people. It doesn't seem like it's a very active area. Okay. Anything else?
Do you have any books on maybe Arline or within the 12K? Specifically Arline.
I can go take a look. It'll be another 30, 40 minutes while I look around if you want.
Do we have that time?
Let's see, why not?
I'd say it's around 6 o'clock now. Okay. So she sends off. You guys sort of hang out. Gerald's out front sort of playing and making some money. People are throwing him, bits of silver and copper. She comes back and she goes, I couldn't really find anything. There's a couple... there's this children's story here about the evil king. And pulls out sort of the same book that you guys purchased. The sort of story of Arline with the A and the evil sort of thing. The one that had 8 copies of it sitting at the other store. We had this. And we had this other book, which just basically seems to be a more of just a recount of the times when Arcana was there. So more of a historical, just sort of coming and goings of power, a list of rulers and things, general knowledge, historical book about the area, it looks like, from what she tells you. And that's it. She's like, I just found these 2. I looked around.
Guys, I'll be right back. I gotta answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
With all the time that we have as well, Nella's going to do the same thing she did in the last store, and see if she can find anything about Goliath history or great migrations or great disasters in the mountains.
Okay, so she also has another book. So during that time you mentioned that, and the scribe also included that. She goes, this is actually a book of the calamities This is a history of legends of our past and the creation of the ice fields. And it's sort of seems to be a romantic or a romanticized recounting of how the gods shaped the continent and how their anger shattered the north. Skimming through it, you can see that it kind of recounts the story of the god of fire and the god of ice fighting, and then the north being shattered, and the ice god's children being scattered amongst the islands and
Ice god's children.
yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't actually say names. It specifies them as elemental gods in this one, actually. So
I didn't catch that last part.
It doesn't actually say names per se. It refers to most of them in this as more of an epic with fire gods, ice gods. There's some mention of the earth god and his two brothers. Basically, the story of the four brothers, which is fire, ice, earth, and wind, and their sister, the wind sister. Which is kind of a new thing. You guys haven't seen something like this before. It seems to be sort of more. You're not sure if it's an older novel or something more of a legend. It's kind of hard to say.
But does it reference the Goliath in it at any point, or just the children?
It mentions the areas where they live now. So nothing specific about the Goliath race itself, but it does reference sort of the ice fields quite often, which is where a lot of those Goliath migrant tribes are listed. And it also mentions the dwarves living in with their brother Earth, sort of in the mountain ranges between sort of where the Kethian Empire is now.
Right. Can Nella check that book out?
So you can't leave with books, but you can flag them and come back and study them here at your leisure. We have study tables, and you see there's a larger room off to your side that has big tables. There's a bunch of people kind of reading, so they don't let you leave it. But if you wanted to spend a day sort of investigating, you guys could spend a downtime day or something like that, sort of coming in and just rifling through these in more detail if you want to. These things are long, right? So you have to actually, to get a good gist of them, you'd have to sit down and spend a good amount of hours sort of going through them.
And Nella will flag the book for later reading.
Okay, perfect. I'll put your name on it. That way it'll be easier to find next time for you if you come back looking for it.
What time does this library close, by the way?
Very soon. Very soon. For most of the day. Unless you're the scholars, they don't really sleep ever. So, we kind of run shifts at night, but public access ends, well, about an hour ago. I just forgot. I'm sorry. I don't really have a good sense of time. So, I thank you. And she gets beckoned by the guy to go work. There's an old man with a cane sort of beckoning her. Come on, stupid. And he waves her over to come looking in the back, and she sort of humbles over and follows this older human. Okay, you guys head out. It's, I'd say, now 7 o'clock now at this point. What do you guys do?
Should we head back to the inn? Maybe Juth on his.
Yeah.
Probably
Hey,
grab
that
a
works.
meal.
Yeah, grab a meal. We've been out all day. I know I'm tired.
Okay.
Should we try that tunnel tonight?
I think we have
After
no
talking to
choice but to go down with the guards, but I definitely want Juice to know where we're going and what's going on.
And just putting it out there, if ever, maybe as a spider, sneak into the archives, but only as a desperate need if we can't find a way.
I'll say we go down with the guards. A couple of up-gent renegades, nothing we can't handle.
I definitely want Juice to know where we're going first, but otherwise, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So what are you guys doing now? You guys heading back to the inn? Okay.
Ask Susan if Juice has been by.
Yeah, so you make it back to the Lucky Lady. It's now about 8. She's serving dinner, so if you guys can have your meal there too. Lamb and lamb stew. Yeah, he actually he sent a messenger by. He just left you a note. So she hands it to you.
Perfect.
and goes back to serving. Open the note, and on it, Juth goes, saw you stop by. It's kind of crazy right now. Dak told me about what he found in there. If you guys look into it, I would be greatly appreciated. You have my blessing. I've already cleared it with Dak. Send me a note if you need anything urgent, and I'll try to track you guys down.
All right. Well, I think that settles it.
Concerns.
Alrighty.
Okay.
All right.
So what are you guys doing? You're heading out for the night, and then you're going to go in the morning? You guys going to do something at night?
No. Good investigate the tunnels, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Let's investigate those goddamn tunnels.
Do we need to meet up with Dak first?
See whether he's there.
It's up to you guys. So you guys can go at night. You can try to go solo, whatever you guys want to do. That's up to you. Dak did say he would meet you in the morning.
If we don't tell Dak we're going, maybe we just don't bring the guards with us.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
Either way, I'm totally fine.
I'm all
Let's
for
just
it.
surprise them. Let's go for it.
Okay. So you guys are going to head to the docks?
Yeah, we're heading to the tunnel.
Okay. So you head back to the docks, and it's again, it's starting to get late now. I'd say about 9:30ish, 10 o'clock maybe. It's dark now, even though it's summer. Much quieter, actually, now. Most of the people have sort of exited the docks. Like, seems like work's done for the day. The taverns seem pretty rowdy. How are you guys going there? Are you going normally, stealthily? What are you doing?
Normally, I would think.
Okay. So you kind of head down. Heading with swagger, and you sort of go to the burning area, and it doesn't look like there's many guards at this point around here. Most of them look like they've checked out for the day. All the tools and a lot of the guys are there. It's actually pretty vacant right now. There's nobody there.
Nobody's guarding the entrance to the stairs?
No, it's it seems like they sort of marked it off as careful, but and they have a fumes symbol, like somebody's drawn this sort of smoke with a skull and crossbones sign, and they stuck it in front. But it seems like the guard's not there.
Okay.
Was it badly drawn?
Yeah, it looks like somebody just took some of the burnt char and put it on a piece of wood and sort of drew it hastily and knocked it into place. Doesn't look like it was very well drawn.
I'd like to get kind of close and just see if I can get a... fumes.
Sorry, you cut out there, Nathan.
I just want to get close and see if I can get a whiff of the fumes.
Okay, so you head over close and take a big whiff, and it kind of doesn't smell fumey. It smells like there's been something burnt, like close by, but you don't get any whiff of any weird smells, really, to be honest.
Okay.
Other than like the burnt ashes all over the place. Okay.
We ready for this?
Light. Yeah, sure.
Let's go.
Okay. So, anybody say anything? I might have talked over something. No. Okay. So you head down the stairs. Gerald is there with you, and Niall's there, and it's very interesting. The stairs look carved. Like, again, they look like they were well carved, made stairs. And so who has dark vision, first of all, and what's your marching order, just as we get started?
I don't have dark.
We'll put Null at the front.
Okay.
I have dark vision.
Yeah, Sarah has dark vision. Does Niall have dark vision as well?
I don't
hang in
think
the middle.
Goliaths do.
No, I don't think so.
I'll be all the way in the back of the torch.
Okay. So
Alright,
down
I'll be
lights the
near him
torch.
with the torch.
Okay.
And as we go down, if the stairs have been carved out, I'd like to use my dwarven stone cunning to tell if this looks like it was ancient stonework or if it's the same make as the rest of this place.
This looks more recent. The stairs definitely don't look like they're ancient in any way at this point.
And also, before we go in, can I just take 10 minutes to throw up a detect magic ritual?
Yeah. So you take your 10 minutes, you throw up your detect magic. Right now you're not sensing any magic in the area of your 30 feet, right?
It is within 30 feet and it lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay. I will remember that as you head down. So the stairs go down a good 30, 40 feet. It's actually pretty deep. I'd say like 2 floors. And when you get down, there's a large sort of cellar. And it looks like this part of the area didn't seem to have hit much with the fire, although there's some ash and it looks like the stairs kind of had some stuff in there, but it's there. You don't smell anything weird. There's definitely some crates and some storage. But what you do notice off in the corner, it looks like a bunch of the heavier crates, probably caused by the fire, everything happening upstairs, like the collapsing of the building, have fallen over and have broken down part of the wall in the corner. And from there, you see it's sort of collapsed into a actual different area. There's another sort of pathway that it broke into.
Shall we check the crates?
Okay. The crates were crates of, it looks like some kind of ale or booze. The floor kind of is a little bit sticky. Yeah, so it's basically crates of ale. So they're all, and the ones that are cracked are empty. There are a couple that are still open, but these are like big crates. You want to imagine like a distillery. Like these things are like maybe like 5 feet tall and like 10 feet wide kind of deal, like big crates kind of deal.
Okay.
Say we take a couple for now.
They probably weigh about, I'd say, a good like ton each. Like these are big like things. It looks like there were 2 of them stacked on top of each other, and whatever happened knocked over one. It broke through the wall, sort of in the corner.
Other than the broken pathway, is there any other way out of this?
No, it seems like this was a cellar of sorts, a distillery that they sort of built these casks in, and they come down and they drain the liquid, and they fill up like smaller kegs of it. It sounds like potent liquor, and it's a 1 stay down.
Can I take a sip?
Yeah, you can take a sip. It tastes like very strong old brandy, like 25-year brandy, where somebody probably like made it and maybe left it sort of to age.
I say we definitely take some on the way out.
Okay. So what do you guys do?
How easy is it for us to get through the collapsed passageway?
It's decent sized. It's not a small hole. It does seem like it blocked. It's about I'd say 3 feet tall by 2 feet wide hole. And there's about a 2 feet drop, and it's into a not lit, but well-made structure. It's very smooth inside of there.
Shall we?
Yeah, sure.
I guess so.
If anyone needs liquor courage, it's time now.
Done.
And I'm sure Nala's enjoying her share as well.
Oh, yes.
Of course, the best way to go into battle. Or danger.
Okay, so as you guys head down, it's a sort of this buckles you recognize as being much older, very well carved, and the path doesn't drop so much as it continues for a long ways, and you guys advance and you crouch through, and it's dark, and it's a very straight sort of cave, very meticulously crafted. Definitely looks like high-end stuff. You can tell this looks like high-end ancient forging. Like somebody took a lot of time to make this. You head to the end of the hallway, and you start to see there's a door at the end of the hallway with a skull face in the middle of the door and an anvil in its mouth.
Judging by the make of all this, can I tell if is it a dwarven design, human design?
Not so much right now. It's very nondescript. So the walls are very well made. You would kind of think that this doesn't look like it could be done by humans. It's a little bit too perfect. Right? It's a little bit too well done. You haven't seen any human buildings that you can recall that would have been this level of sort of quality.
Does my detect magic detect anything on the door?
Yes. right as your detect magic fizzles, the door is magical, for sure. And hold on. Let me look up the type of the door. The door is enchanted.
Enchantment.
Yeah, it is a large oak wooden door reinforced with sort of metal throughout it. Again, there's a sort of skull-like thing in the middle with a hammer in the mouth, an anvil larger in the mouth of the cave.
The door's made of wood, right?
Yeah.
I firebolt it.
Cool. You firebolt the door. Fizzes. Not a mark on the door. It seems like it just poofed off.
Can I take the head of my hammer and just push it against the door? Does it have like a handle or anything?
Yeah, so if you want to think about it, like there's the skull with the big hammer on it in the center of the door, as sort of like a large knocker or a large thing. Like you could grab the handle on the mallet, for example, and if you wanted or something like that. But there's no other clear definition besides the metal strapping across it and the wood. That's very. Are you touching it?
I'm gonna touch it with the hammer first.
Okay, you touch with the hammer. It seems very solid. Most wood, even like hardwood, seem sort of like they have a little bit of give, or you can feel that they're a woody material. This almost feels like stone, but it's wood.
Well, there's a magical door here. Does anybody feel brave enough to try and open it? I'll do it, but...
Gerald, the galleon.
Oh no. I've learned my mistakes from those magic folk. I'll stay back here. I'll play you a song, though.
Oh gosh, please no. This is not the time.
I could serenade you.
Push him in.
Can I just lay a hand on the door?
Yeah. Touch the door. It feels cold. Solid, very solid, cold, but no effect.
Okay. I cast Identify.
Okay. So your ritual cast Identify, and you see that the door itself doesn't give you very much, actually, other than the fact that the Identify doesn't tell you anything. It kind of fizzles on the door. But on the knocker itself, on the skull, it is an enchantment spell, and it has looks like it is. How do I describe it? It looks like it's living. It looks like something has been infused into the thing. It's not a spell per se. It just seems to be alive.
Can I knock?
Just gonna, yeah.
And nothing happens. You knock, and it's just there.
Anybody home?
No.
I open it.
Maybe it's a secret.
Grab on the handle, and the hammer comes out. And the skull goes, thank you, that thing was gross. Who are you?
Put it back in! Put it back in!
My name is Buck Holtz. You can call me Bucky.
Hi, Buck. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Who are you?
I'm the door.
I see that.
Yeah, I've been here for a long time. Nobody comes to talk with me anymore.
Oh. Who'd you used to talk to?
Everybody would come by. They'd come, we'd chit-chat. It was great.
All right. What type of folk used to come down here?
The little ones, the big ones, the fancy ones. You know, we talk to everybody. We're an open sort of place, you know.
And they'd come and see what's on the other side of that door, I take it?
Oh, they'd come, yeah. They'd get in. Well, they're only the ones that knew how to get in. But I mean, like, the ones that were allowed to get in, they got in. Yeah, that's fine. Other people just, chatted.
Are we allowed in?
I'm sure you could get in.
Would you mind?
I have no idea how to get in. I always stay on this side of the door.
Do you open at all? And I kind of try and...
No, the door opens. I just stay here.
All right. Have you always been a door?
Always been a door, yes. Been a very good door. door knocker, actually. But yeah, no, I've always been on this door since my master created me. We've been here, you know. It's been a little bit less busy recently, you know, but it's been great.
Hit him with the hammer.
What's your master's name?
Oh, I don't know. He
Do
just
you
made
happen
me.
to remember if the people who talk to you, they say anything similar, each one of them?
They all said hi.
Hi.
Yeah. I mean, that was the main thing. Most people said hello when they got here. They're pretty polite people, usually.
Did they do anything
That's
else?
great.
And we chatted a bit, yeah.
You seem like a nice chap. If you don't mind,
Thanks!
I would like to see what's on the other side of this, on the other side of you.
I would too. It'd be so cool. I've never seen it.
I'll definitely let you know. And can I try and open the door?
Yeah, you can try to push. Doesn't move.
Try putting the hammer back in.
Don't put the hammer back in, then I can't talk. It's so boring.
How is the ground underneath the door? Or
Very
around it?
smooth wood. Very smooth rock all around it. You're hard pressed to see you can't even see like a seam. It feels like it fits very, very closely.
All right. Forgive me for this. I promise I'll take it right back out, and I'll put the piece back in the door.
And the face sort of goes quiet.
Am I able to open the door now?
No.
Damn. I'll take it back out.
Oh,
Try placing it upside down.
hello! How are you?
How did everybody else open this door?
I just opened. They talked. We chatted a bit, and then they get in.
Smack him with the hammer.
I don't really know.
Hmm.
Don't hit me with a hammer. Nobody hits me with a hammer.
What did you chat about?
Oh, we talk about the day, talk about work, talk about all kinds of things, you know.
Hmm.
Talk about business. Business was big. It was good.
I'd like to spend a few minutes then. I want to make some idle chit chat with him about like what's going on up there now and Everlook, and just see if there's maybe like a trigger word or something.
Okay. What are you going to talk about specifically?
I'm just gonna go on a rant about our adventures here, about all the different inns that have popped up, about Airline Industries.
Okay.
Yeah. And anybody else wants to jump in, they can.
I'm gonna ask maybe. Did anybody ever talk about any temples around back then?
Temples, yes. Well, there's a temple. We talked
Temple
about
of
it.
what?
I don't know. I never went there. I'd like to go, though.
I feel so bad for this guy.
As you're talking, and you start going over these different things, you hear a click. Halfway through your conversation.
It was temple.
No, this is...
Can we take
It was.
yeah, after that, as you continue to talk. So you continue to talk about 4 or 5 minutes. And I would say the door opens when you start to talk about Arline.
start opening the door?
It just clicks.
Lovely chatting with you, sir.
Okay.
Or madam,
Hey,
or
Buckles,
whatever your
try to
preferred
break the
pronoun
door
is.
down.
I have a door. I don't have any junk.
Oh.
I'd love to see it, though.
Hey, Bucky, can you try to break down the door?
Yeah, is it open now?
So it's clicked open. So you go to touch it, and the door very smoothly just slides. Okay, you guys have a good time now. Thank you.
Maybe we'll see you again. little
Okay.
friend.
As you go in, there seem to be orbs of light now behind the door that are sort of in place, glowing along, that have sort of illuminated as the door opened. Your detect magic has faded, but you can tell that these are definitely magic glowing orbs of light that are sort of placed throughout, built into sort of little structures embedded in the wall throughout, intricately. And you walk down the pathways, and it sort of starts to curve and it's going downwards. And now you start to notice that it's sort of like a circular pathway that's heading downwards, deeper and deeper under the city. And you hit the sort of bottom of where this thing comes in, and there's another door, which is closed. Regular door with a circular metal handle and a pull open.
I open it.
Okay, you open the door, and it is another chamber with a long sort of bridge, which seems like made of interlinking metal. Okay, very long. It's 100-foot bridge, and a long drop actually below it. And on the ceiling, about 20 feet above you, is this brazier, like a chandelier, but like on fire, burning, and it's giving off a greenish firelight. So the flame is actually green and glowing.
So it's like a long hallway with a bridge.
So so imagine like the hallway. So it opens up into a larger cave area. And you see that it's sort of got a bridge to cross the middle, and it drops down. You can't see the bottom. It's very dark. And there's a metallic sort of, almost like a drawbridge going across.
Okay.
With this sort of halfway across the bridge is this light structure. This torch, basically. Like imagine like a chandelier, but instead it's just a giant sort of blaze of sort of green fire at the top.
About how long is the bridge?
I'd say about 100 feet.
I roll a ball bearing across it.
Across the bridge?
Yeah.
You throw the ball bearing and or on the bridge or down in the
across the bridge.
So it's sort of like an upward bridge, so you can kind of roll it off. And as the ball bearing sort of goes, it goes tink, 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 and then sort of rolls off the side. As you see that, the flame at the top starts to get red. And then it goes back to green.
I take out my staff just in case.
Okay.
Yeah, I ready my stuff as well.
Is this room dark, or is it like... Oh, wait, no, never mind. There's a brazier. Ignore that.
Yeah, so it's giving off a very sort of like... Again, it's a let's say 100-foot long room that's like 20 feet wide. The fire, there's one central fire, so it's not well lit, but it's definitely glowing sort of like a green sort of color right now again.
Are we able to see maybe any mechanisms to lower the bridge?
The bridge is down. It's a drawbridge. It's like a rope bridge, right? So it's got like two sort of ropes that go and they're hanging, and these metal sort of plates are sort of attached to each other across the bridge.
And how do the walls look? Just like on the sides?
Very smooth, very, very smooth. But they're a good 10 feet away. You couldn't really get to them.
Should I send Rogue across?
That seems like a good way to scout things out.
Or we could send Gerald across.
Yeah, there we go.
Gerald does not want to go
Not to
across.
hell with it. I want to know how this works. I'm just going to start walking across the bridge.
Okay, how are you walking?
I'll follow.
What pace?
Just normal pace.
Okay. Make me a stealth check.
Ooh, okay. With guidance?
Let's do it.
Thought you were walking over normally.
Okay, so you start to walk, and you're being sort of normal pace, but you're not banging a lot. Start to go, and the light every time you take a step, the light just changes a little bit, but nothing too crazy. And you get about 30 feet. You're gonna keep going?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so make me another stealth check.
Oh boy. Is the person casting guidance behind me or no?
They're 30 feet away, so that's it. No guidance.
Damn.
Okay. So you make it halfway across the bridge, and as you're walking, the light starts to flash red a little bit, but it's green again.
Alright, keep going.
Okay, make me another stealth check.
Ooh, baby.
Oh,
Nice.
Perfect.
God.
The light doesn't even... Nothing changes. You make it another 30 feet. You've got another, let's say, 20 feet left. 10, 20 feet left. One more stealth check.
We're just on the other. We're just still at the front doing golf
Right.
claps.
No choke. No choke. There we go.
Okay. You make it across, and you get to the other side, and everything's good.
Is anybody else on the bridge?
Nope. Not right now. Nobody else has said anything.
Oh,
I'll try.
right. Before he gets on the bridge, can I just call out very, very loudly, "Anybody up there?"
The light goes dark red, and you start to hear clicking, rattling noises.
Oh.
And
Should we run?
it's getting louder, and next to you, Mr. Buckholz, 3 skeletons start climbing up the sides. So you need to roll me initiative.
Oh, boy.
A.
Not 20. Look at you.
A.
Give me a second as I do this here. Oh, I forgot to hit the fucking button. Sorry. Oh, it's actually... Did it keep track?
I don't see it.
I don't see it.
Alright, I'm gonna clear it. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyways, and I'll roll for this one. Okay. So you rolled a 21. So you're going first. You have 3 skeletons coming up on you.
Are they all around me?
They're climbing up, so it's a 10 foot by 10 foot thing with a door at the end, and they're sort of climbing up.
Okay. I am going to plant my hammer in the ground, and one of the symbols glows bright red, and I'm going to cast Flaming Sphere right where the skeletons are coming up.
Okay, make me a stealth check.
A stealth check.
Okay. That's fine. So Flaming Spear. So what is that check?
So if they get within 5 feet of it, they have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Awesome. Anything else you're doing on your turn?
I'm going to move as close as possible to the skeletons.
Okay. So you move as close as possible. It's only about a 10-foot thing, so you can get within range of them if you'd like.
Great. That's all I can do.
Yeah. Okay. So it is the skeleton's turn. If you guys want to do anything while this is going on, you just let me know. Because right now you just see Buckholz and these things are climbing up. After this round, you guys will be able to react. If you'd like
I'm going to start running across the bridge.
Okay.
I mean, if we're all making a ruckus, we might as well all do it together, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll finish this round and then you guys can start running across the bridge. Okay, so the first skeleton enters the fire. Saving throws. Dex save, you said?
13 dex save. He takes a point of fire damage.
Okay. So the fire skeleton starts to burn. He gets up to you, and then he's going to make an attack. Does 12 hit?
It does not.
Okay, so he swings at you with his sword, and it's kind of... The fire is burning. He doesn't really get a good hit, and he misses you.
That's right.
The next skeleton walks up, passes through the flames, and is going to roll a dex saving throw.
Where's my thing? All right. Then he only takes 3.
Okay, so one of them takes 1, one takes 3. Got it. And then he's going to make a swing at you as well. Does a 12 hit?
No, it does not.
Okay. And then it's the last one's turn. He's going to walk up. He's going to go ahead and try to make a dexterity saving throw. I don't like my rolls here.
What is this 3 20s in a row business?
Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll that one, just using the advanced die roller, because
Well, it's oh,
okay, that's fine.
Better. 3 points.
Okay. Perfect. And then he's going to take a swing at you. I gotta figure out what's my option to use the arrows to roll dice in this. Dalen, do you remember?
Arrows?
Yeah, like when you drag and you can roll the dice with dragging.
Well, I think
Well,
I'm not covered. Advanced dice roll, I think.
In
Yeah.
settings, you have to unclick automatically roll.
Oh, that's right. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so he. Okay, that's making more sense. 18. But I'm going to take my first roll of 11. 11 plus 5, so he gets plus 5 to hit. So 11 plus 5 is the 17 hit you?
That'll do it.
Okay, so we're going to roll damage. So you take 6 piercing damage from that one.
Oh boy. So the sword just hits my arcane ward and glances off.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Okay, so now everyone else's turn. You guys can, everyone can roll initiative, and throughout your turn, you can move either 30 or 60 feet, or whatever your movement is across the bridge as you want to go. So the rest of you can roll initiative. Okay. Perfect. And I will roll for...
Oh, right. Wow.
Okay. So Buckholz is going to make a stealth roll. Not you, sorry, but that can be for Gerald because he's going first. Okay. So what? I want to roll Gerald's stealth. Sorry, let me just do this here. He rolls a 15. Okay, so Gerald rolls that, and that. So he dashes across, and on his dash, the light flares red again. Okay, who's next? Matcha, go.
Is it me?
I think Matcha's at. Oh no, Gerald Buckholz, you rolled a 22 on yours, right? On your initiative.
Yeah, if we're in a new round, when I go first.
We're in a new round. Yeah, so that was the end of their round. The only reason why Gerald rolled a 22, so I think that's why he rolled higher than that's why he went.
Cool.
Now
All
it's
right,
your turn.
I'm just gonna try and. I want to set it up so that I'm basically flanking with my flaming sphere, so that it's on one side and I'm on the other of one of the skeletons, and then I'm gonna smack it with my booming blade.
I'm going to bring up, this is not the map I wanted to use, but I will bring it up just for visibility's sake. Okay?
Cool.
And I'm just going to move you here. Imagine that that's the pillar.
Oops.
Here. Okay? So 15?
Yeah, well, I accidentally clicked it twice, so I'm assuming 24 hits.
Yes, 24 hits.
And he takes 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And if he moves, he's going to take the booming blade damage. But if he stays where he is, he's going to take the flaming sphere damage.
Doesn't matter, he's dead.
Oh, beauty.
Yeah, so one of the skeletons just smashes to pieces. That was the third one you hit.
With my bonus action, I'm going to try and ram the sphere into one of the other skeletons then.
Okay.
So he's got to make another dex save.
Yeah. No, I don't want to do that. This one here. Sorry. Dex save. Okay, 12.
No luck, so he takes 11 points of fire damage.
Okay. That one falls back into the fire and just gets consumed in flames. That one's dead.
Beautiful.
Okay.
And that's all I can do.
Okay, so 2 are dead. There's 1 left. And then you see 1, 2, 3 more appear.
Oh, good.
Climbing up. It is now. Who's next? Yeah, Matcha and then Mare. So, how are you guys moving?
I'm not even going to try to be stealthy. I'm just going to turn into an elk and just start running across.
Okay, so 50 feet and is your movement, and then 50 feet for a dash after. So make me 2 stealth checks. Okay. So as you're running across, the light gets red and it gets red again. You're hearing more noise. All this like clicking and metal noises are going across, but you get to the other side with Buckholz here. So I will put yourself on the map here. So you are now with Buckholz sort of here at the edge of the bridge. And that's the end of your turn.
Do we have a token for the sphere, by the way?
What do you mean, the sphere?
The flaming sphere.
I think we can. I think there's a way to draw a circle.
All right, let's see if I can find that.
Who was doing that last time? Somebody had a fun thing to do.
Yeah, there's that circle with the ruler, and you should be able to choose a snap.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna go.
That good? Oh, how big would it have to be?
It only takes up a 5-foot square.
Oh. Definitely gotta make that smaller then.
Yeah, so it's again like the thing is about 15 feet wide by 10 feet wide. So this one, oops. The one that's sort of here is next to Buckholz. Walked into it, and he's the one that was injured. There's 3 other new ones that are sort of north and south. Okay.
All right.
So next up is Mare.
Alrighty. I'm going across, I guess.
Yeah.
Let me see this here. How far is it across again?
100 feet across the bridge.
100. All right. I'm not gonna be able to make it in a dash, so let's see. I think I can use a bonus action dash, but even still, that's not enough, is it?
What's your movement?
35.
Yeah, so that's 100. If you do 3, you got your action.
3, that's right. Yeah, that's true.
You have your movement, you have your action, and you have your bonus action.
Bonus action. All right, so I'm gonna use one of my chi to do that then.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna move the full 100 feet.
Okay. So make me 3 stealth checks because that's 1, 2, 3 movements.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. As you're going across, the torch goes really red, really red, really red.
Damn it.
Okay. And then it is Dalen's turn. What are you doing?
I'm on the map though, right?
Yes, you will.
When I rolled initiative for Nala, it came up under me, but she also got an 18.
Oh, she got an 18? So, okay, so then Nala's up, sorry.
But she's just, I guess, going to spend her whole turn dashing.
Okay, what's her movement?
30, so 60 feet she can get.
Okay, so make me 2 stealth checks for Nala.
Try. 9 and 13.
Okay, so the 9 was first, or the 13 was first?
9 was first.
Okay, so the torch starts going red as she starts running, and then it starts to fade off for the second part, and she's got about 40 feet left to make it off the bridge.
All right.
Okay, so 18, and then we are at the enemy's turn. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4.
We need.
We're gonna get one more of these guys that's showing up here. This guy starts crawling up here. This guy starts crawling up over here, and right behind Matcha, there's another one that's crawling up over here.
Oh damn! It's getting cray up in here. Oh damn, the music took a turn.
Nice.
Okay, good.
Oh,
I was about to
shit.
do that. All right, and the one that was up here, Buckles, is going to take a swing at you.
Bring it on.
Does an 8 hit? Nope. That's a miss.
No, it does not.
And then the one that just crawled up over here is going to take a swing at Masha. He rolled a 19.
Hits. Yeah, that hits.
You take 7 piercing damage. You're in elk form right now, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then the one behind you is also going to take a swing at you. He rolled a 13.
Hits.
Okay. And he's going to do 8 piercing damage to you.
Cool. I turn back into Matcha.
Okay. It is now Dalen's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna run up 30 feet first.
Okay. How you running like full speed? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Make me a stealth check.
I don't even know whether I should because it should be a disadvantage.
Why do you get disadvantage with stealth?
I'm heavy armor.
Yeah. Okay. 11. The sort of torch goes red, dark.
Running forward. How close am I to them now?
You're 30 feet.
Okay.
So it's a 100-foot bridge. So you've moved 30 feet into it. You've got another 70 feet left. So you're...
Can't reach any of them first. Yeah, I'll just action the dash for now.
Okay. So make me another stealth check. Disadvantage.
No guidance.
So the light torch flashes red, but you're now 40 feet away.
30?
40.
40 feet. Yep, that's it. That's my turn.
Okay. Now it is Gerald's turn, and Gerald decides to move across, but he's moving stealthfully, so he's going to take half his movement. But he's not going to try. He's going to try to move stealthily, so he's going to roll stealth with advantage. So let me just do that. Okay. And the light goes red, and he just stops. And then he's going to cast Bardic Inspiration on Dalen.
Oh, thank you.
So you get an additional 1d6 on any ability checks or saving throws.
Nice.
And that'll be his turn. Did I miss? Oh, Saren. Sorry, Saren. You go first, technically. So,
Huh?
It's your turn. What are you doing, good sir?
So I'll use my movement.
Yeah.
And my action.
Okay. What's that? What's your total movement?
My total is 30.
30. So 60.
Yeah.
Okay. Make me 2 stealth checks.
Okay.
Okay. So in your first, as you start to run, the sort of torch gets red, and then as you sort of notice it being red, you start to be a little bit more careful, and you make it the second half, and it starts to go green again. Are you doing anything else, or is that it?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Sacred Flame.
Okay.
It's got a range of 60.
Yeah, you're within 40 feet now of those things.
I'll try to use it on the closest one.
Okay, so the one behind Matcha is climbing up.
Yeah.
Does it have to make a save or a saving throw? DC dexterity save, right?
Yeah. It's gotta make a saving throw.
Okay. It rolls a 19.
Shit.
Sorry. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay. So then you get your inspiration, and it's the top of the round. And Buckle, it's your turn.
Okay. Everything looking hurt?
The only one that's sort of taking damage out of this group is the one that's sort of right next to you, and the one that's next to Matcha.
All right. I am. Which one am I going to go for here? I'm going to try and ram. Actually, no, I'm just going to leave the sphere where it is. I'm just going to take a swing at the one next to me.
Okay.
Here.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
I'm going to do my classic raccoon distraction to see if I can get advantage on that.
Okay, yeah, you can roll with advantage, absolutely.
Cool.
Classic coon.
Yeah. No. 10.
No, 10 does not hit.
What a shame. Then I also need to get away from this sphere, otherwise it's going to hurt me. So I'm just going to put myself right here.
Okay.
And that's all I can do.
Okay. Awesome. So, that was 21. You guys are going to have to remind me. I think I can add people. So I'm going to add people's turns. So if you guys tell me what you rolled on your stuff, please, on your initiative, I'll fix it in the thing.
I think we can
19.
edit it once you've added us.
Okay, I've added
Yeah.
you all. Go ahead. See if you can. Yeah, okay, cool. Buckholz is on there, so I'm going to add Nala on there as well. So Nala's now 60 feet, right? She moves 60.
Yeah, she's 60 feet in.
Okay.
You can add the skeletons as well.
And you said, she said you rolled an 18?
She did.
Okay, and I'm going to add our bard here. And he rolled a 22. Okay, I'm going to put Buckles up here. Gerald's here. Dalen's down here. I'm going to delete. You have two, Dalen. I'm deleting one. Okay, I think that's good, right? That's everybody?
Yep.
I think so.
Okay, cool. So Buckles just went. So Macho, it's your turn.
Cool. The skeleton that was climbing up behind me,
Yeah.
has he reached the top yet, or is he still climbing?
He will on his next turn. No.
Okay, so I'm gonna move my character next to the flaming sphere, but between.
I think you can drive. Yeah.
If you
Okay.
end your turn within 5 feet of the sphere, you take damage.
Oh, nice. Right, I'm gonna cast Thunderclap right there.
Okay. So what is that?
They have to make a Constitution saving throw or take that damage.
Okay, cool. So 20 on that one. Sorry. Constitution.
Oh, they both.
Ouch.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move. I'll move. Screw it. I'll move back,
Okay.
and I'm gonna use my bonus action to summon a unicorn spirit.
Okay. What's the range? Is it 10-yard range on that one, or?
It's a 30-foot radius.
Okay, so we're gonna say that big purple circle is your unicorn sphere,
Yeah, just a little bigger.
and yeah, it's basically the edge, like that's the black part is the start you're standing on, basically.
Yeah.
So, and then there's like drop-offs of devoid of nothing, and it's at the start of their turn that they take damage, right? How does that?
For the flaming sphere?
No, for your unicorn. Your...
Oh, that's not damage for them. That's more for healing.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. Okay, it's cool. I thought it was the one where every turn they take damage from the things, but it's different. I confused it, so that's fine. Okay, that's the end of your turn.
Yep.
Okay, so now it's the other turn. 3 more right at the middle of the bridge. Climb out. Here. These two are making attacks on Matcha. So 10?
Does not hit.
Okay. This one is going to move up behind you and flank you. Or which way are you facing? Your back's to Mari, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's not flanking. So he's going to make an attack on you as well. Nat 1. So he is going to swing and actually hit this guy and knocks this guy off. As an idiot. Because the skeleton is and it smacks into his thing, right? This guy's going to now climb up here next to you, and he's going to make a swing at you. Oh god, that's a nat 20.
Oh.
Well, that guy... so... You take 9 piercing damage.
Nice.
Okay. This guy is going to climb... Oops. This guy is going to climb up, walk through the Sacred Flame, so he needs to make a save for that.
Yes.
And it's a dexterity save.
Because
He rolls a 5. He fails.
6 fire damage.
He bursts into flame. This one is going to attack Nala.
You try.
A 7.
No luck.
That's a miss. This one is going to attack Dalen. That's a 21 to hit, Dalen.
Yeah, hit.
Oh, sorry. No, this one here. You take 5 piercing damage.
Oh.
And then this one's also going to climb up and take a swing at Saren. Did you guys see my rolls?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
Why, you fudging him?
I'm going to well, no. Okay, you take 5 piercing damage. That was another nat 20. I'm very sorry. And that's the end of the NPC's turn. It is now...
Hold on.
Yeah.
This guy next to me and Matcha is going to take Flaming Sphere damage.
Okay.
So dex save or take 7.
Oh, whoops. So, dex save.
So 3.
Damn.
3? Okay. So he takes 3 damage. He's looking hurt, but he's not dead. Can I do this? Do you see this if I do this?
See nothing.
Cool. Perfect. That's finally working again. And then yeah, that's the end of this turn. This guy's now up top here. He's climbed up here.
Then he's also going to take damage.
Yeah. So roll another dex save for him. Nice. So
5 points.
So this one also explodes. Okay, it is now... Machi, you had your turn already, right?
Yep.
Okay, it's Mari's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna punch the one that's right there.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Alrighty.
Fist of Fury.
Staff first, then fist. 21.
Stick of Fury.
21. 21 hits. Roll damage.
7.
That one shatters into a bunch of pieces.
Can I then use my bonus action 1 to move over to the one like by Buck over here and punch it?
You're sort of on a precipice right now. You're on like the edge. You can't really move.
Can I move?
I guess you can move. You can move through an ally. You can move through an
Be
ally.
able to just hit this guy.
You can.
one
Yeah.
over
you-
Oh yeah. Okay, then I'll hit that one with my.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
He's
Absolutely.
taking damage.
One on arm. Thank
Hits. Roll damage.
you.
That one dies.
Alrighty. I'm Gucci then.
Okay. It's Nala's turn.
All right. She's going to look down at the one that attempted to attack her and just scoff and rage and
Yeah.
give it a smackdown.
Roll.
Uh,
15.
15.
Hits.
Okay. 20 points of damage.
She, like, shatters this thing. It explodes in bits and pieces.
Excellent. And then she's just going to use her 30 feet of movement to get...
She can get 10 feet away
So,
on the bridge.
Beauty.
Yeah. Okay.
And that is that.
Okay. Dalen, your turn.
Alright, Dylan's going to take out his shield, turn it around, and you'll see there's a mirror behind his wooden shield. And he'll cast Sanctuary on himself
Okay.
as a bonus action. Okay. Then with that, he's gonna cast Word of Radiance as a cantrip.
Okay.
Oh wait, he'll move over here first. So to avoid Siren.
Yeah.
So DC 14 con save.
Con save. Which one are you doing? The one behind you or the one in front of you? Or is it...
It will hit both of them.
Okay. Con save.
Yep.
It's a 4 on the first one, and 17 on the second.
So the first one fails, he takes 3 points of radiant damage.
Okay. The second one doesn't take any damage, I don't think, from that. So
Yep,
perfect. Anything else?
that's it.
Okay.
You know what? I will actually move my remaining 25 feet forward.
Okay. Make me a stealth check with an extra bonus 1d6.
Okay.
$14. The light sort of flickers a little bit, but it doesn't change. Anything else? That's good.
Yep, that's it.
Sarah, your turn. What are you doing?
I'm gonna use my movement to move 30.
Okay, you're gonna take an op attack. Did you realize?
Okay.
Because there's one like right in front of you, right?
Oh yeah. I'll take it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Move 30, and he'll roll to attack. He rolls a 24.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Okay. You take 5 piercing damage.
Okay.
Okay, you're now 10 feet away.
Okay. Then I'll use my action to cast Eldritch Blast
Okay. On which one?
on whichever's closest.
In front of you or behind you?
Behind.
Okay. So you roll an 18, that hits. Roll damage. Your Eldritch Blast flames up and the skeleton just explodes in flames instead.
And then I'll use my bonus action to cast Sacred Flame on the one closest to Matcha.
Okay. And that's a what kind of saving throw on that? DC dexterity. Right. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
That's a 4, so it fails.
He takes 4 damage.
Perfect. Gets hit and it sort of shakes his head. Looks okay though. That's the end of your turn.
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
Gerald is going to stealthily move across, and he's going to make a stealth check with advantage.
I forgot he was moving stealthily.
Yeah, he doesn't want to. He sees all this stuff going on, doesn't want to. So the sort of light flashes red, the first thing, and then he's going to say "fuck it" and just dash up and get right in front of this guy. And the light flashes red again. Okay, that's the end of his turn. Buckles.
Oh, all right. I don't know if I can move this sphere on the map, but I'm going to ram it into this guy next to me. So he must make a dex save.
Okay. This. He rolls a 4.
3 points of damage.
Okay.
And if he's still up, I'm gonna booming blade his butt.
Yeah, he's still up.
Oh yeah, that'll do
20.
it.
That'll do it.
Bam. 6 points on top of that.
He shatters.
Excellent. And then I'm gonna move up here.
As your booming blade goes off, by the way, the light flashes dark red.
I thought it would be. Can I get here, or is that off the edge?
We'll say you can get there.
Okay.
It's not like on the edge, though.
I'll balance precariously on the edge.
It's just like up against it.
And
Okay.
that's me.
Okay, so now, Matcha, your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Shillelagh, and I'm going to take a swipe at this dude.
Okay. Go ahead.
That's 16,
Okay, that hits.
and that's 10 damage.
That one shatters. Make me a stealth check.
Oh, guidance. Wait, I didn't see that. Oh, wait.
Doesn't matter. The 20 might work. So light doesn't show. Okay. End of Matcha's turn. And now, crawling out from under below comes 1, 2,
No!
3.
We just cleared this shit out.
Is there any way to put out that fire?
4. And a 5th one. This one will climb up and attack Matcha.
Worth.
Not Matcha. Yeah, Matcha. Yeah. He rolled a 12.
Oh, just missed.
Whew. So he swings at you and you sort of dodge out of the way all stealthily. This one will climb up to Buckholz and take a swing at Buckholz.
All right.
He rolled a 19.
Yeah.
You take 3 piercing damage.
Oh, sweet. My ward is still up.
Yeah. This one behind you will move up to you and also take a swing at you. And he misses.
Damn right.
Whiff.
This one will go run up towards Nala and take a swing at Nala. And rolls a 17.
Yep.
And he rolls 6 piercing damage. So she takes... She's raging, right?
She is, but just because I've not seen her do this yet, I'm going to have her roll Stone's Endurance and reduce that damage by 8. So she takes nothing.
She just sort of flexes as the sort of blade hits her skin and just sort of bounces off. Okay. The one here is going to take a swing at Mr. Gerald. And rolls a 21. That hits. And Gerald's going to take 8 piercing damage.
Ouch.
Okay. This one's going to take a swing, move up to Saren, and take a swing at Saren. He rolls a 10.
He does not hit.
Okay. And that is everybody. So now it is...
For this one guy next to the sphere,
Yeah, I'm going to
you
make...
have to make a save.
Yeah, that's fine.
Or take max damage.
Hey!
Damn.
4. Takes
12.
max 12 damage. That one explodes.
Yes.
Putting in the work.
Yeah.
Okay. So it is Mara, your turn.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna move over here and smack some things with a stick.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So you jump back onto the bridge. That hits. Roll damage. That one.
I mean, how much XP are each of these skeletons worth? We have an infinite supply, right?
That one shatters.
Can I pop over here and unarmed hit?
Yeah, I'll let you do that. That one hits. And that one shatters and dies. Make me a stealth check.
I should be good at these. I should. You should be good at them.
Okay. You're very finesseful. It's good. Okay. It is Nala's turn.
All right. Let's check something really quick here. Ooh. All right. So she's actually gonna use her 30 feet of movement to get back to Gerald because it looks like he's in a bit of trouble.
Okay.
And she's gonna help him out with a rage attack.
Go ahead. That hits. Yeah, it just dies.
18 damage.
That just fucking falls over dead.
Damn.
Make me a stealth
Not
check.
even a chance.
Right.
No.
The light goes red. And that's the end of her turn?
It is.
Okay. Dalen, what are you doing?
Alright. How many of them left? 2 of them left. Running forward. Inside this.
Yeah. What does that circle do, by the way, for you, Matcha? What is that?
Which one? My unicorn?
Yeah.
It's like a free healing for anyone inside when I cast a healing spell.
Yeah, I remember now. Got it.
Just like gesture healing spells, or
Yeah, only for my healing.
Only
spells.
for him. No,
That's great. I'll try to. I run it. This one is try to smack him with my mace. Haven't done that before.
Okay, go ahead. Roll for attack.
Yeah.
E.
Hits.
Whoosh.
That one sort of explodes. May roll me a stealth check, too. The light flies up red when you go to attack. Okay, end of your turn.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, and Sarah, your turn.
okay. I'll use my movement to get about here,
Yeah,
and then I'll cast Eldritch Blast.
on the one behind Buckles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, hits. It looks pretty hurt, but it's not dead.
Okay, then I'll bonus action Sacred Flame.
Okay.
That's a dex save.
Yeah. 18 saves.
Yeah, he's good.
Okay. Top of the round. Gerald. Gerald now sees what everyone's doing, and he will run his 30 feet, and then he will dash the last 15 feet to get sort of on the edge of this sort of parapet here. And then he will make stealth checks for those 2 actions. Okay. So the light flashes green for a bit, but as soon as he gets on the thing, it sort of fades off. Buckholz, your turn. There's one behind you.
Right, I'm gonna ram the flaming sphere into him.
Okay.
So, dex save or take 6.
Fails. Dies.
Quick fire.
Nice.
Fantastic. Is that the only one?
It's the only one you see.
The last one? Okay. I'm gonna get away from the edge, just in case. And can I hear any more?
Yes, you still hear a decent amount.
Do I have an idea of what direction they're coming from?
They seem to be coming from down below.
Oh,
Okay.
Where's the exit?
There's the door. There is a door back behind here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, since I haven't used my
Fine,
action, then can I try and open the door?
Yeah, you can try.
I do that.
And the door opens. Opens up.
Great. What's on the other side of it?
It's another hallway, more well lit, sort of goes on for a decent bit. From what you can see, sort of 30, 60 feet in, just keeps going straight for a bit.
All right. I am gonna just head in. It's this way.
Yeah. So we'll just like the yeah.
And how wide is it? Like, how much
It's
is that
about
way?
15 feet. The doorway's the doorway's 5 feet wide by 10 feet tall, and it's the corridor is 15 feet inside.
All right. I'm gonna go through. Everybody in. Already up.
Make me a stealth check.
All right.
There you go.
11.
Okay. The light flashes red again. And it is Macho's turn.
Right, I'm gonna cast Healing Word as a bonus action on myself.
Okay.
That's weird. Okay. Apparently I gotta do this manually.
Spells.
And everyone within the aura, whether or not you're hurt, gets 4 HP.
So is it temporary HP if they're not hurt, or is it just a heal?
Nah.
Just okay. So everyone. So Gerald takes 4 heals. Saren, you can take 4.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So Matcha and basically Mare and Nala do not get anything. Everyone else gets 4.
Haven't been hit.
Okay, end of your turn.
Come back to full. Yep. And I'm gonna move through the
Through the door. You can make it inside the door.
Nice.
Okay. Now, crawling out from below. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Climb out. This one is going to make attack on Saren. He rolls 13.
Yep.
Take 3 piercing damage.
Okay.
This one is going to attack Gerald. 19 hits. He's going to take 7 piercing damage. Okay. This one is going to attack Dalen. So
Make me a wisdom saving throw, DC 14.
okay. 7 fails.
So he fails. So he has to choose another target to attack, or his attack ends.
Okay, so is there? Does it have to be in range of him, or can he move to attack?
It must be within 5 feet, or wherever he chooses to attack. Yeah, 5 feet.
No, nobody else is within 5 feet, so his attack fizzles.
Yeah, so it just ends. Yeah.
Yeah. And you can cast that as a reaction, or
No, I have it on for 1 minute.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so this one is also going to attack you. So does that one have to make a wisdom saving throw as well? Is it everyone, or is it once per turn?
Yeah. Anybody that attacks me, I'll cast a spell.
He rolls a 2,
New.
so he doesn't attack anybody else. This one is
You can
going.
choose.
What's up?
Yeah, you can
Because there's nobody else in range, right, of him,
around him. Yeah.
right? So his attack's gonna like fizzle off, and this one's gonna dart through the door and attack Buckholz.
Bring it.
And 9.
Nope.
Is your shield fizzled or is it still up?
My ward is still up.
Okay.
It has 2 hit points.
Okay. It's fine. And this one is also going to go through the door and attack. Take it. No, that's fine. That one already attacked Saren. Sorry.
Yeah.
A lot of things going on here. Okay, now it is Mare's turn.
I'm gonna move here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna attack this one here
Yeah.
with my staff.
Mm-hmm.
12?
Miss.
Miss? Alright, well, I'm gonna punch it.
Okay.
And I think I'm gonna use one speed to do flurry of blows.
Okay.
So 14.
Hits.
I'm gonna get damage. 9.
Whoosh, that one dies.
And then the one here I'm gonna use my extra unarmed attack on.
Yeah.
14.
Hits.
6 damage.
Okay, take 6 damage. Looking pretty hurt. Make me a stealth check.
Stealth check. 16.
Okay. The light stays green. Anything else you do?
That's it.
Okay. It is Nala's turn. What's Nala doing?
She's gonna get in
Third.
close as she can.
Yeah. That's what I say here, right outside the platform. Make me a stealth check. She get here.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
She's screaming as she runs down.
Raging.
Pure rage.
The light goes
and
red.
She's gonna
Yeah.
pull out one of her javelins and hurl it at one of the ones attacking our spellcasting friends. I'm gonna say the one closest to the door here. Ha! 8.
So Mare and Gerald are kind of in the way, and she's trying to throw over them, and doesn't really hit. So it just kind of flies over.
All right, does it go off the edge?
Yeah, it falls off the edge
Okay.
because of the angle. It's
Last
going
javelin.
past the edge.
And I think that's all she can do.
Okay. Dalen, what are you doing?
All right. I am moving. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna cast this first or anything. Turn undead. Let's try this.
Cool.
So any undead creature within 30 feet of me has to make a DC 14 saving throw.
All right, let's do
Oh, dear.
this.
Great.
A DC 14. Wisdom or sorry?
Wisdom, yeah.
All right, cool.
And while you're rolling the wisdom saves, roll a dex save for this undead gentleman up top.
He's dead anyways. He just rolled
Oh,
a
cool.
0. So that one is dead, right? Because they get killed if they fail the saving throw. Correct?
No. They just get turned away. It means they have to spend their turn running away.
Okay, well he runs off the edge. Then we'll say he gets feared. This one, 17 passes. This one fails, and so the one next to Saren on the right fails, and then the one next to Buckholz fails as well. So he is going to run off the edge as well.
They will spend their turn to run off the edge, and I will move here as far as I can into the door. Wait. Yep.
Okay. Perfect. Good.
Yeah.
Saren, what are you doing?
I'm gonna use my action to cast Firebolt.
Okay. Seven misses.
Okay. I mostly will use it so I can try to get this out there.
Yeah. But you didn't deal any fire damage, right?
Yeah. Okay then.
This says when you cast a spell that deals fire damage. It doesn't say it has to hit.
Oh, that's true. Okay, yeah. The flame. Okay, yeah. So, so now you're sort of caught on fire. So you're like starting to flame up.
And I'll use my bonus action for Sacred Flame.
Okay.
On the one in front of me.
Yeah. Go ahead. It has to make a saving throw. Wisdom, right? Dex.
Dex.
19.
Yeah, it survives that.
Sorry. Okay.
And can I still use my movement?
Yeah, but you're gonna take off attacks if you get out of their range.
I'll take them. I'll run for the door.
Okay, so this one's gonna attack you.
Are they turned?
There's only one that's not turned, the one in front of Saren.
So the one that's turned, you can't take reactions. That's all.
Right, so the one behind the one that's in front of Gerald cannot take a reaction. So the only one there, and he rolls an 11. So that misses, right, Sarah?
What was it again?
11.
Yeah, it misses.
Yeah, your AC 12. Okay. End of that turn. So now it's Gerald's turn. He is going to attack. He's going to see this one in front of him, and he's going to take his spear two-handed and attack the thing in front. And roll an 18. And shatter the one right in front of him. He's going to go, "See, guys, I did it!" He's going to run inside the door over here.
Run towards the light.
And as a bonus action, I think he can. He's going to do Mantle of Inspiration. Yeah, and he's going to. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's going to do Mantle of Inspiration, which will give everybody 5 temporary hit points within 60 feet.
Cool.
And that lasts for
So everyone but Nala, eh?
60
Or am I
feet though.
60 feet.
Yeah, so
Oh,
60.
60. Never mind. Yeah, that works.
Yeah, Nala's in range. Gerald, so he's going to do... As a bonus action, you cast Better Inspiration. Weave Fey magic into your music. So he starts to play and gives your wondrous appearance to a charisma modifier. It gains 5... yeah, so basically everyone gains 5 temporary hit points, and if you move past the enemy, they can't do op attacks against you.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Okay. That's the end of his turn. Buckles, what do you do?
I'm just going to ram the spear into this last gentleman.
Okay.
So he's got to make a dex save.
Seven.
8 points of fire damage.
Push, deletes.
Excellent. And I'm going to use my action to shut the door when my allies are through it.
Okay. So you're going to hold your action until everyone's through?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. So it's now Matcha's turn. Are you doing anything, Matcha?
No. That's it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna... Yep, that's it.
Okay. Are you going to hold an action or anything, or no, you're good?
Yeah, I'm just gonna... Yeah, if anything, I'm just gonna prepare my staff in case any skeletons try to come through.
Okay. You're going to hold your attack, one attack staff.
Yep.
Mari, what are you doing? So, oh, no, it's not Mari. So, sorry, it's 19. So then, one more skeleton climbs up over here. And this one here, too. These ones climb out. And they're both gonna... This one's gonna attack that, and this one's gonna attack Nala. So, Mare, they're gonna make an attack roll on you.
Okay.
18.
Just hit.
You're gonna take 6 piercing damage.
So that's all my temp hit points and then 1 more, I guess. Alright, cool.
Yeah. And then this one's gonna roll an attack against Nala, and rolls a 19.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna take 7 piercing damage.
Okay, so that'll be half to 3.
Yeah.
She's still got some temp HP left.
Yeah. Okay. And that's the end of their turn, so we're on Mare. What are you doing?
So, because of Gerald's thing, I can just run, right? And not
absolutely.
have to worry about disengaging?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm gonna... Let's see, hold on. Let me get my ruler out here real quick.
You can run past, like, basically, past.
I'm just gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna go past them.
Okay. And that's the end of your turn.
Yep.
Nala.
Well, I mean, she could run to the door, but I don't think it's in her character to leave enemies unkilled. So she's going to take a swipe at one first.
Yeah, go
before
ahead.
she dashes. And let's do reckless, because why not? Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
Hits. She get
Sure,
crits on
done
that.
Sorry, say again?
What's her crit? 19 or 20 for her?
It's 20.
Okay.
So 16 points of damage to that guy.
She explodes.
And then goes 30 feet.
So she can
So
get right,
almost to the door.
I think she can get into the... We'll say that she can get inside the door.
Oh.
Just going on a diagonal because she can't do it.
Then, as I see my last ally run through the door, I'm going to start to close it, and I'm going to yell as loud as I can, "You'll have to do better than that, you bony bastards!" And I'm going to slam it.
And you hear... So the door shuts.
And just for good measure, I'm going to put the flaming sphere on the other side of the door.
Okay. And you guys are out of initiative. And you're in a hallway. It's quiet. And that's where we're going to end it for tonight.
Jeez.
Hey.
Kick ass.
Hey, let's go.
Like skeleton.
Goddamn.
So
Oh my
burning
God.
down the warehouse was useful.
It's probably the
I
best,
guess you
the
could look
best
at
lead.
it that way.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, can't find the secret trapdoor, just burn the damn place down.
Yeah.
That's always our plan B. Plan A, really.
Yeah.
We have 0 leads. Burn down a house. All the leads.
I also like how you're like, oh, there's a reaction here. Let's just run across it and fucking spawn waves upon waves of things. Yeah, you guys make me happy.